What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Banter. And today we are diving into the much-anticipated Halloween movies. And as you can see, Robbie Dustman is not here today, unfortunately. He could not make it. Life got in the way. Apparently, life does not find a way, to quote Jeff Goldblum. Man, fuck Jeff Goldblum, man. Anyways, we got our banter buddy of the week, not to quote Terrence and Sir Philip, but we're going to pass that over to Tyler so he can bounce that little ditty off you.
Yeah, the banter buddy of the week goes to my Mimi. I don't think she watches the podcast, but she's been telling everybody that we're really popular on YouTube. And we only have 8 subscribers. So I've been getting texts from a ton of people asking what my YouTube channel is. I'm like, I don't have one. I just have the Box Office Banter one.
They say they ain't subscribed.
Yeah, we only have 8 subscribers, so please pump that up so my Mimi is actually correct.
Yeah, probably all from your grandma too.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate you, Mimi. Thank you.
Do not disappoint Mimi. Dude, I used to have this hot ass instructor.
Where's this going?
Hey, dude, ain't nothing wrong with a little granny fanny. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. No. What I was really gonna say is, I used to have this hot girl that taught us all martial arts at Wong's Martial Arts named Mimi. I used to have the biggest crush on that chick, and I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but damn, dude, y'all just brought me back with that.
Right
one.
After we talk about my Mimi, you talk about a
different
girl
Mimi, dude. Hottest Asian chick I ever saw, and it was Grandmaster Wong's daughter, Mimi Wong. So I was kind of scared to make a move. I also was
Mimi,
like in 5th grade.
Mimi Wong, if you're watching this, get in touch with Brandon. I don't think his wife will like it, though.
No. She'll probably not approve of this as soon as she starts editing it.
Just say it's my grandma.
Yeah.
Say it's Tyler's grandma.
Yeah, have that. That's a
podcast.
classic cheating tactic. You just saving the phone. Like, that's not Mimi Wong. That's Mimi Tyler's grandma.
Why are you talking to Tyler's grandma?
Damn, dude. And you also said you like granny fannies, so it's all bad.
All right, don't say that when we're talking about my Mimi.
Not your Mimi. I'm talking about
Okay.
it's a joke, damn it.
Okay.
Mimi, we love you. Not in that way.
Which
Tyler
one?
loves you.
Love you, Mimi.
keep up the good work, Granny.
Yes,
Yeah.
we appreciate it.
Keep telling everyone about our unpopular YouTube.
Yeah.
It'll get popular if you keep talking about it.
Famous. World famous. Okay. So let's kick it off with Halloween 1. Do I pass it to Tyler?
No, not yet.
Or do I
I'm
pass
not ready
it
for this.
to Robbie Dustman?
No, fucking Robbie.
Or do I pass it to Josh?
I mean, I can take it, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna make some people mad.
Robbie's looking a little speechless over there, so we're going to pass it to Josh.
First Halloween, the OG.
Here we go. There's going to be a lot of unpopular opinions on this.
Yeah, be
Just
ready.
be ready.
Yeah,
This is going to floor some people.
I think it's overrated. I said it.
I'm going to spit my drink out.
Not a huge fan of it. It's not a bad movie by any means, but definitely I think it's overrated. I don't think it's the best Halloween in the franchise, not to spoil any rankings. But there are some things I do really like about it. I did like the opening scene, that first perspective through like the clown mask.
Yeah.
with
The tracking
Michael
shot.
I did like that. Thought that was interesting. Also, the iconic music, that piano, that legendary right there. But then there were a lot of inconsistencies in the first one too. Something that made me laugh was when they were at the grave that Michael dug up, that was Judas, and it was like 2 feet long. I don't know if y'all noticed that. It was this small ass grave that apparently his sister was buried in. That made me laugh. But yeah, the movie is kind of slow. The first kill doesn't come till almost an hour in, when Annie's killed in her car.
Yeah. Besides Judith, of
Well,
course.
yeah, Judith.
Yeah.
But after that, I did like when liked and didn't like Bob when he was stabbed into the cabinet. I thought that was interesting, but when you look at it, that knife wasn't long enough to actually pin him to the cabinet compared to how far it was stuck out.
Dude, that's like in
from
my
his-
notes for every time he does that. He does that like 4 different times throughout the franchise.
Like
I'm
a
like,
person's body.
that's not right. Physics won't let that happen.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Such a great kill, though.
It was
is
a good kill, but like just like Tyler said, the physics of it.
It ain't even just the kill; it's what comes with it. I'll get to that though, because I got some shit about it.
You've got a fucking whole page, dude.
Yeah, it's one of the best horror movies of all
I
time.
I did like Lori towards the end of the movie when she walked in the room and like all the bodies started appearing one by one. Like she started finding them one after another, and that's something I do like through all the Halloween movies.
It's one of my favorite shots.
The way Michael presents the bodies. He'll kill somebody and then decorate the body in some way or form, and he does that through all the movies.
He definitely got an A+ in arts and crafts.
Yeah, exactly.
I
did like
killed
that.
in that class.
The crochet needle to the neck. That must have been painful when Lori stabbed him straight in the neck with that crochet needle.
Mm-hmm.
And then something else is like, you think Lori would have learned after the first time that he's not dead.
No. I even wrote...
like they just don't learn.
I wrote, when you kill the killer, you have to make sure you really kill him.
Shoot him 7 more times in the head.
Yeah, he got shot 6 times, fell 2 stories.
I shot him 6 times.
Yeah. They look down and he's gone. Like,
Sheriff.
No.
I did really like Loomis. Loomis was like probably my favorite character from.
This is my favorite Loomis. This guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you meant like the incarnation of Loomis from the first one, or if you meant Donald Pleasance in general.
Yeah, I mean the Loomis in the first few Halloween movies. It's my favorite.
Definitely my favorite. But yeah, that's what I think of Halloween. It's overrated. Not a bad movie, but not a great movie, like Brandon's about to say.
Dude, Tyler, you go ahead. Let's
Yeah,
get this
back
out of
me-
the
back
way.
me up, Tyler.
Let's get this.
No,
out
I
of the way.
mean, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, first one, I think beats the Halloween first one.
I agree.
This
I agree too.
I enjoyed this movie though. I'm not gonna bash it or anything real hard. The closet scene, that's an iconic scene.
Yeah, I was like, under the iconic scene. What are you about to say about?
She's trapped in the closet. Michael's out there,
R. Kelly style. Yeah.
and and it's just she starts moaning and stuff. I'm like, shut up, be quiet, and maybe he won't check. She's like,
Jamie Lee Curtis isn't great as a final girl to me in the first one. I don't think she's bad, but she's not. It gets misconstrued. She becomes a great final girl in a later movie I'll talk about. Might not be what you're thinking either.
Let's see my other notes. Oh, Michael killed a German Shepherd. I was like, fuck Michael. I'm done with
this dog lover over here. I mean, I am
Don't
too,
do that.
but
Every time I was
he
rooting
eats
for him, I was
dogs,
like,
too.
yeah, no, he did it.
He got hungry.
I thought you said Jeremy Shepard, and I was like, who's Jeremy Shepard?
You don't remember
You don't
Jeremy
remember
Shepherd?
Jeremy Shepherd?
Like, what?
No, he killed a German Shepherd. I was like, no, bad
Michael.
Michael.
Bad.
But
I
I
think
think it was an overall pretty good start to the franchise. Wasn't the best, but I did enjoy it, and you'll see on my rankings where I ranked it.
All right.
I'll let Brandon go on a tangent.
All you guys that love Halloween, it's time for a different tune, thankfully. Okay, what else can you say about what might be the best score in cinema besides it's great, and this is the debut of it. There will be no skipping the opening credits on this movie. It really sets the motherfucking tone. Okay, great opening. You get to find out it's a little boy all along that was doing this, because when you're first seeing this movie, you don't know it's Michael. You're like, is this an intruder? What's happening here? What's going on? Fucks with your head, and they pull it off, and next thing you know, it's Michael? Like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? And he killed his sister? There's some weird shit to that. Automatically out the gates. Makes you feel a little uncomfortable that a little boy would do that. Okay, opening, so far we're good, right? Great so far. Dean Cundey is on point. That tracking shot in the opening, just in general, his cinematography is great in this movie, and it goes beyond this movie. Dean Cundey is one of the best cinematographers to do it. I don't care what you say. Okay, 4. Loomis always refers to him as not a him, and I think that is a very good thing to do. He refers to him more of a force, and he doesn't refer to him as a person, so it makes you feel like there's that part of him had died years ago, is a line Loomis uses. So I like the creative choice to not refer to Michael as a him and as something else, something more. It makes it more creepy. It adds to that build-up, man. And I love the little mess-ups, they have little things like the palm tree. You can see a palm tree clearly in the background of Halloween. The scene where, which of course should not be there because of where they're located. And then, of course, you have Michael where he stands out from behind the bush. And then you go back around. You can see John Carpenter's smoke from his cigarette in that scene briefly. So there's little touches that you can be like, okay, look at that. How did that get in there? But for me, the movie's so good. It's like little like, oh, dude, they did that. Oh, they did that. Cool little tidbits. Okay. The sister storyline is so ingrained in our minds, but I love the motiveless killer that he is in this movie. He doesn't see a sister in this movie. People forget that in the original movie, Jamie Lee Curtis was never his sister. The second one, they introduced that, and then it just kind of became ingrained in our minds, like I said. But the first one has motiveless. He just sees Jamie. Or I should say Laurie in the movie. He's enamored with her for some reason. He follows her for some reason. That is scarier to me, and the whole build there is to that. And Loomis is so great as his doctor. Such a unique relationship between the two, I gotta say. And just in general, the way Loomis just sets the tone. It's like Michael's slowly getting closer and closer and closer, and you can feel him slowly closing in. And that's what keeps you engaged, is you know this force, this monster, is slowly closing in on his prey the entire movie. It seems like every time he pops up, he's a little bit closer. He's just watching, waiting for the perfect time to strike. And everything in between that, you're hearing Loomis, not refer to him as a man, but this thing. And as a viewer, you're like, holy shit, dude, this is getting built up. I can't wait for this to go down. And then, of course, it eventually does. Like he said, an hour in. For me, I wasn't bored. I was like, okay, this shit's going to pop off. And the build is what made it so damn great. And Nick Castle, man, he steals the show as Michael. He is very sleekly. He almost kind of floats around. It seems like he's almost floating on air. He doesn't really walk like a monster. The famous line, as John Carpenter said, don't walk like a monster. Just walk like a normal man. That's what's fucking creepy. And that was ingenious, as simple as it sounds. I love how he just toys with Laurie and her friends. Like it seems like he's everywhere at once almost. So good. One negative I will say, PJ Souls, her totallys get on my fucking nerves to this day. Like, it totally, like, it just gets old. I know that was something for a character, and people love that about her. Me, PJ Souls is fine as an actress, and that's something they told her to do. Or actually, I think that was something she brought to the table. Y'all might have to fact check me on that. But totally, it's totally lame. I can't do it anymore. It just feels forced. It feels weird. I mean, Loomis, all the quotes. Where can you can go for days with that, dude. The infamous head tilt. This is what I was going to talk about. After he pins Bob, not only is that a great kill, but the fact that Nick Castle had the creative choice to kind of like do like the head tilt, like he was just fucking enamored with his prey, like almost like a little curious kid. That set something to that character so much. I love the shot of Michael. This was after they found all the bodies. It's one of my favorite shots in any movie. Jamie Lee Curtis like leans against the door. She's crying, and literally out of the darkness, you just see Michael slowly come out behind her, and you see that white slowly come into frame. That shot is a thing of fucking beauty. I love the shot of Linda being brought inside from across the street where he's like carrying her in, and you can see it. That is fucking amazing. The infamous sit-up, Nick Castle does it so well. We've seen it replicate in other movies. It is not done near as well as what Nick Castle did. Aside from James Jude Courtney in the recent one, he did a great job with it. The ending is perfect. Laurie's crying about the boogeyman. Loomis hitting her with the, as a matter of fact, it was. And all you hear is breathing. He's gone. He's vanished. Whatever he is, that force, that human, maybe not human, you're not really fucking sure. There's just something off about this guy. Is he real? Is he alive? What is this? And you just hear breathing. And it shows you different places, almost signifying like he's breathing. He could be anywhere at any time, and he is still out to get you. This movie scared the shit out of people. I've heard stories about people, they left that theater and they're like, he could be in our house. They're like checking under their beds and shit. Halloween is a fantastic fucking movie, and it is not overrated by any means on my watch, at least. Okay. I think that's about all I got to say about that. Overrated. No, sir. Y'all want to watch it again? Did I sell y'all to watch it again? No,
maybe in a few years.
Watch what the right state about. Okay, that's Halloween 1. Unless somebody else has anything to add on the classic, they might be.
You really liked that movie, didn't
you? You think? Yeah, it's all time great to me. I have my notes are kind of drawn on here by my daughter, who drives me crazy. All right, Halloween 2. Who wants this one first?
All right,
hit it, Tyler. Yeah,
the beginning, when they're at the house trying to figure out what the hell happened, and they see Michael, and he's walking across the street, and the cop just slams into him, pins him against the van, and he just blows up. And you're
car explosion.
like, okay, so Michael's gonna be dead this whole movie. And then you find out it was just a
Ben
drunk
Tramer.
it was just a drunk 18-year-old kid dressed up as Michael Myers. How did that
Which
happen?
is stupid.
How did he get the same outfit as Michael Myers?
There's the head right there.
I don't know how that happened. I enjoyed this movie. It took place in the hospital the whole time. The drowning of the nurse and the hot bath.
Scalding hot water.
I was
Music.
like, man, that's a good kill. The music is great in these first few movies. The score is unbelievable.
Done it. Done it.
Michael kills that security guard with the hammer.
I fucking love that kid.
That's brutal.
The way he turns like perfectly and just goes.
Yeah, I was
that
like,
thud.
holy cow.
Oh.
And then the anxiety from Lori as she's in the basement hitting the elevator as Michael's walking toward her. I was like, oh my God, is she going to make it? And then Michael puts his hand in to stop it. Most elevators would have opened back up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Not 1981 though. It wasn't
No.
regulated until 1992. If you look it up, no, I'm just playing.
And then
Going to
everyone
spiel about
thinks
elevators.
Michael's dead again. He wakes up, slices the cop's throat when everyone thought he was dead. And then
Loomis tried to tell him. He was like,
No
"Do
one-
not go over there."
Loomis, he's right. No
I think
one,
he's
no
dead.
one listens to Loomis. And then the end, Lori shoots Michael in the eye, and then Michael's blind, and he's just for like 5 minutes. You're like, he's not even getting close.
I love that scene.
And
though.
then,
I love it.
And then Loomis tells Lori, "Get out of here!" And Loomis, the guy that he is, gotta love him, sacrifices himself
It's time, Michael.
and blows up him and Michael. And you're like, all right, Michael's dead.
They're both
Loomis
dead.
Loomis sacrificed himself, and then you see Michael walking out for the flames, and you're like, oh shit, this dude's still kicking. And then he just falls, and you're like, all right, he's dead. There's no more movies to this franchise. He's dead. But
It would have
just
been
wait.
if people wouldn't have fucked around and hated Season of the Witch so much, but we'll get to that.
No, this movie I enjoyed. All those scenes. You know, this. I'm not gonna bash this movie. Like, if I bash a movie, you'll hear it. And I got some in this series I'm gonna bash, but this one I enjoyed too.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler hit a lot of the points I was going to hit. In my notes, when the car hit the guy that looked like Michael, I wrote, like, that's not Michael. Like, I knew from the second that wasn't Michael. It's someone dressed up as him.
It's so funny when he gets hit though. Like, dude, I did like a.
Yeah.
If you hit the stop
It looks
button,
bad.
if you press pause, you ever like press pause on a movie and you press pause over again? It's like a quick cut. If you watch it go into Ben Tramer, it's like. And when it hits, he fucking flips up against it, flies in the air, a big fucking thing of fire. Sheriff going 100 miles per hour in a fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, no.
That's what
Boom!
he was talking about.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah,
at
he
all.
was over there like he was out in the middle of the street. I was like, I don't know about that. I feel like Tramer actually walked out in the street, but I will give you that. I don't know why the fucking sheriff or whatever the fuck, whoever was driving that car, I can't remember off top right now. I think it was the sheriff. Maybe not.
Yeah, it was one
And
of
he goes and fucking slams into Ben Tramer. That shit is hilarious. I dig that scene. Go on, Josh. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, and then the officer with the hammer. I think my favorite kill was probably when he dunked the girl's head in the scalding water.
Really?
Another good death was the Dr. Mixter.
Yeah.
Where he's sitting in the chair, and I like how they revealed that slowly. She was talking to him, thinking he was alive, and then turned him around, and he had the like needle in his eye, almost like Michael injected something straight in his eye. I like that.
The girl though too, he got her good
Yeah,
with the needle.
like,
And
same
the
thing.
shot, that's what kills it, is the shot of him slowly emerging from the darkness, dude. I wait for that every time. It gives me chills.
He's sneaky, man.
Love it.
One thing I didn't understand was when Lori was outside in the rain, and she's like crawling or whatever, and everybody, like the carload of people get there, and they go in the hospital, and she waited until they were in the hospital to scream.
Yeah. Well, in
Scream
fairness,
before they get in the hospital.
I completely agree, but the only thing I can like say about that, it's like at least they try. It's like she wasn't just sitting there like mute. It's like she was trying to get words out, but they weren't coming out. So it's like at least she was trying to talk. That saves it a little bit for me. But I'm not sure why she couldn't get the. I don't know if she was so scared, or maybe she was just. That's the best way I could sum it up to justify in my head. Maybe she thought she was so doomed and there was no hope for her. And then when she saw them, she was like, "Oh my, oh God!" And then she got it out. Like it was like she was like, "Help me!" With that fucking where she's got tears coming out of her eyes. Like she couldn't get words out because she was so like scared and elated at the same time. But I've always thought the same thing.
Yeah, and I kind of almost took it as her scream was more of a, "Oh shit, I'm really fucked now," than screaming for the help. If that makes sense. Like, fuck, they left.
And then he
I'm
pops
screwed.
out like,
yeah.
like that would be like, oh fuck.
But yeah, overall, I liked the movie. I thought Dr. Loomis was great. I really liked Laurie as well. And I really liked the whole hospital setting. I liked it taking place in the hospital.
100%.
So I did like Halloween 2.
There's a lot of hospitals in
There
this
are.
franchise, and none of them have enough staff
They're all
at all.
No. 100%, dude. Yeah, the hospital for me, great choice. And this movie in general, this was my favorite Halloween movie growing up. Will it still be? I guess we'll find out. I love the creative choice of picking up directly where the first one left off, like Loomis running down the steps, you know, even recapping a little bit. Runs out, the guy talking about been treated to death, and he's like, "You don't even know what death is," or like all that.
Yeah.
Before the theme, and the new theme is kind of kicking. It's nice. It's got that little extra in it. It's kicking ass, dude. Love the theme per usual. Didn't do anything to mess that up. If anything, they might have enhanced it. And then I love how they added the skull inside the pumpkin during the theme. I thought that was a great touch because, dude, the credits in these movies got to be my favorite credits. Like any other credits, I'm like, I could skip over this, but Halloween, you just can't do it. I love how he's got Night of the Living Dead on, the Mr. Elrod. He's watching that. I thought that was a good touch. And then the shot of Michael behind Mrs. Elrod, it's basically we're looking from the TV. We see Mr. Elrod passed out. Then we see in the background of the kitchen, you see Mrs. Elrod sitting there trying to talk to him. And then you see Michael just perfectly behind her. That's genuinely creepy. That is unsettling. There's a lot of good shots in these first two movies. That also goes with the one I was talking about with Josh, where he slowly emerged from the darkness. And it's a great kill when Michael pops out at that teen. But I have mixed feelings about it showing Myers' eyes. I typically really dislike when they show them, but for whatever reason, this movie, they look creepy enough. It kind of worked for me. So it's like love-hate, but that still was a very, very effective scene. The one movie, we get the same mask as the original. So, you know, that's nice. And we'll see that's not always so easy to get a good Myers mask coming up. It may look a little different because that's literally because Deborah Hill, she had the mask under her bed in a box, and it sat there for 3 years because the movie came out 3 years later, maybe 2 years because, you know, you got to start the production or whatever sooner. But also she smoked. So the combination of Dick Warlock's head being a different shape than Nick Castle and that made the mask look a little different, but that is the original mask, and it does look good. I think the hospital, like y'all were saying, it creates a fun place for Michael to wreak havoc. I know the understaffed thing doesn't really make sense, but if you want him to do this in a hospital, that's how it's gotta fucking be. It just is.
Yeah, he can't be walking around killing 30 people.
The movie would be over in a second. That's like people with the phones. Oh, where's the phone? Everybody's always got something to say. Horror movies suffer from technology. They just do. And obviously staffed hospitals too. Loomis is back on top of his game, hitting quotable lines in stride per usual. But there is a certain eeriness to him. Oh, my bad. I'm skipping lines here. But yeah, Loomis killed it. I'm not a huge fan of Warlock's slow as fuck Myers per se. I kind of like more of Nick Castle's portrayal. It's almost like he's robotic. He's almost too slow. It's like, dude, speed up. I get you got to walk, but Jesus Christ, he's like,
yeah.
Like when he walks through that glass, it's almost like he stops before he gets to the glass, and then he's like, it all breaks around him like Stone Cold Steve Austin's opening song. But he needs to get that little Stone Coldness. Okay, that wouldn't work either. But yeah, I'm indifferent about it. But at the same time, there's something really eeriness. There's some eeriness to the way that Dick Warlock plays Michael in this movie. He's great. most of the sequels turn up the brutality. We definitely saw that here. Of course, we get the brother-sister angle that I talked about here. Not a huge fan of it. I like Michael where he's not tied to something. I like his motiveless type of vibe, and that's really all we got in the first one. We're supposed to get that in 2018, but I'll explain why that just doesn't work. The nurse kill, dude. That's actually my favorite kill, where he stabs the nurse in the back of the back, and he lifts her
with
up.
that little knife.
Yeah, that little knife, and he picks her up like that. And then, like, the nice touch of having her little, like, clogs fall and hit the ground. And then when he drops her, I think it's the Shaped Stalks theme comes in, that dun-dun, dun-dun, that ding, ding, ding. Like, then it was on. Like, that's when the movie ramped up to 11 right after that kill. And the ending, man, such a great ending. It would have been the perfect ending to Michael. We could have brought him back with, like, a remake or something. We didn't have to have all these other ones in between that are not as good that you'll find out here soon, at least from me. And it would have been a great place to end it. And, man, this is yet another great movie. Gotta love Mr. Sandman at the end of the song.
Yeah.
Perfect little choice. And
Mr.
Halloween 2
Sandman.
is a great first sequel for this franchise. And then the black sheep of the family comes in. Halloween 3,
Ooh, yes.
Season of the Witch. But how do we feel about it?
Ooh, yes. So I really like 3. I
Uh-oh.
thought Season of a Witch was a good movie. I think people hate on it, like you said, because it is the black sheep. Michael Myers isn't in it, but
Yeah.
go back and watch the movie and give it like a fair chance because it is a good movie.
It is.
You start off right at the beginning, figuring out it's in California, not Illinois. The opening scene, you see this guy running, and these people in a car are pursuing him. You don't really know what's going on at all. The dude that's running ends up getting to a hospital, and then the guys that were chasing him makes his way into the hospital in a suit, looking all professional, and the way he kills him, grabs the dude by like his nose almost, and rips his skull, and you're like, what the fuck?
It's
how?
great.
Like, these
How
dudes
do
are
they do
strong.
That's
So,
what I was
like-
going to talk about.
So like right there, you're kind of like, what's going on? And also the whole time the dude's running and being chased and everything, he's carrying this mask. It's like pumpkin mask. So you're kind of like trying to piece this stuff together. And then the dude who killed him goes to his car and blows himself up. So you knew he was trying not to leave any evidence like behind. So then we meet like the main character, Dr. Dan, and he's trying to figure out what's going on exactly. And he pairs up with the dude who was killed in the beginning, his daughter, Ellie.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's
great.
pretty hot.
Tom Atkins, you doggy.
And they basically go try to figure out what her dad was killed for and everything, and just the adventure they go on is very interesting. And I don't think this movie should get hate just because Michael Myers wasn't in it. Like, there's a lot of good that comes from this movie. There's some good kills. The guys in the suits that ripped the dude's nose off or whatever, killed him that way. They just rip a dude's head off later in the movie.
Yeah, the homeless guy.
And you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I can't remember if that's who ripped the head off, but one of those guys is Dick Warlock, the guy that played Michael Myers in the second movie.
Did not know that.
Yeah, he's got the white hair.
Yeah, he ripped the dude's head off.
I want to say it was Dick that did it. Dick was being a dick on that one for sure.
He definitely was.
I was like, these dudes are strong.
Yeah, dude.
And you figure out later in the movie why they were so strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the whole movie they're showing this commercial the whole time for the masks, and the whole time I'm like, this commercial has something more to do with it. And you later figure out towards the end of the movie, it's almost like programming whoever's wearing the mask, which was my one problem with the movie is like, and I know he, what was his name? Cochran. He kind of explains why he was doing it, but like the motive just wasn't there for me. So that's kind of where the movie fell flat for me. Is why is he actually doing this? Like that whole part, I didn't really get.
I could see that. You almost argue, though, almost like Michael. It's almost better in a weird way sometimes if you don't know the motive. Like, he's just a fucked up old man. I could see how you would want it, but...
Like killing kids, though?
Devil's advocate. Like, just like what? Like, you know, when you know the motive, you're like, oh, he's doing this because of this. And it's like, oh, okay. But sometimes just like, why the fuck is this? Are you kidding me? Like, why would he do this? And you just see him there with a sadistic smile, and it's just like, that keeps the mystery going of it in a way. But I mean, I agree. I think I would have rather had a motive, but
because that like the way it ends,
play devil's advocate. Yeah.
it just ends abruptly, and I'm like, I'm wanting more. I wanted the fourth one to be Season of the Witch 2 in a way.
No, I feel it. I don't know if I wanted a Season of the Witch because the abrupt ending in this movie actually works for me. I like that. I like the build up. I like it ending on that sad note where like Tom Atkins, he's like, no, you got to turn it off. I'm telling you, you got to turn it off. No, it's on the other channel, man. You got to change the channel. No,
channel
it's on
3.
the other channel. No. The next thing you know, it's like, no, it's on the other one. No, you got to. Come on, man. You got to understand. No. Like all that, like just like turn it off, and that music's going crazy, like, and and then it ends, and it has that classic theme like that. That drives it home for me. I like abrupt endings like that, where I'm just like, oh shit, dude, it didn't end on a high note, did it? Like he might have got old Cochran's bitch ass, but that still got played, dude. A lot of kids just died. Holy shit! And then you're just kind of left with that, like, and I like that. Some people like a little bow on top. I'm not talking about you in general, but there's a lot of people that they got to have every answer. They got to have everything. For me, I like to, it's one of those movies where I'm like, I can put the pieces together in my head. I didn't need it all laid out for me, and it worked for me on that level. And again, that's not like a diss to you. I'm just using that in general. There's a lot of people that do that, and for me, this is one of those movies that it works in that way for me. What do you guys say? T-Dog, T-Pain.
In the beginning, the guy's getting choked, and he pulls the little chalk from the truck, and the car just slowly coming. And then he just pins him, and he dies. And you're like, why? Why didn't that dude just get out of the way? And then you find out later, with spoiler, this came out in 1982. If you haven't seen it,
don't say it. I'm just playing.
Yeah, turns out they're all robots, basically.
Man. Yeah.
But another cool thing was they would go to that town, and they all have a curfew, and the curfew comes on, the announcement, and it reminded me of The Purge. Like I was like, that's that's pretty creepy. Yeah, you find out all the people are robots. They turn the Ellie into a robot. I did not want that to happen.
Yeah,
Ellie was
at the end.
Yeah, Ellie was the girl whose father died and got this whole thing rolling, and they turned her into a robot. I was like, no.
Or did they?
They did.
Her arm falls off.
And it was like a robot.
It was like
arm
just a little.
still.
No, I know, but I'm saying, or did they? Maybe she was a robot all along, planted there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my notes. There's a lot of debate whether she got turned into
I
one.
didn't even think about that.
Or if maybe she always was one. Like maybe that wasn't even really her dad for all the fuck we know. But I like to think that she was turned into a robot because she seemed very human until that scene, and then you can just tell like there's something off about her. But then you can also play it the other way. It's like, well, that's when she was ready to reveal herself, so that's why she let down her human side. But I don't even know if those things, given the other ones, like Dick Warlock and the other ones, can present themselves as human because they always look like a fucking robot. So I like to think she got turned into one.
And then you don't really know what's going on with the mask. You just know the mask has something to do with it. And that lady buys one and goes into her little room. And the microchip or the little, I don't know what you call it, little badge that goes on the mask. It falls off, and she picks it up and is playing with it, and a laser just shoots her in the face.
I love that scene, dude.
I was like,
her lips are like folded back.
Yeah,
the kills in this movie are so good.
Yeah. Oh, whenever they have the doctor, strapped to the chair with the mask on, just waiting for the commercial to come on. He somehow escapes and he takes the mask and he throws it up on the camera.
Great aim. I was about to say that, but I didn't want to cut you short in case that's what you're saying.
Perfect toss. He couldn't have done that.
It's Tom Atkins, bro.
He can do it all.
He's the G, dude. The man, the myth, the legend.
But yeah, the ending, you're like, did he save all the children or did they all die? Yeah, I mean, some people want to think one way, some people think the other way. I like to think he saved them, but I don't know.
No.
That's why I was like, maybe
he had no
Why
control.
is it called Season of the Witch? There's not a witch, is there?
I don't know. It's the season of the witch.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I don't
but
know.
that's the classiest thing.
I enjoy
people
this one.
say.
I did enjoy this one, even though there wasn't a Michael in it. Which,
Yeah, that's one thing about this movie that a lot of people talk about. It's kind of common knowledge that the people that like this movie is go back and watch it. Like, if this movie had not been a part of the Halloween franchise and it was just called Season of the Witch, a lot of people think it could have been a horror classic from back in the day. People just had that knee-jerk reaction, like, where's Michael? Where's Michael? And then time passed, and the people that were in the theater that day, not giving it a fair chance, were like, oh, that's the one without Michael, showing their kids. And they were keeping that same knowledge. And then it became the one without Michael. Do I even have to watch this? Or they do watch it, and they go with the wrong mindset. Like, got to get through this one. There's no Michael. If you watch this movie with an open mind, you might just be fucking surprised.
Definitely.
The fucking new score. And I'll be damned if they didn't knock it out of the park again with one of the best scores I've ever heard. That fucking, the way in the opening credits, it's just slowly taking its time with the doom-dooms and like the synth noises flowing. It's so perfect. And then as soon as it gets to where the guy's running with the mask, it kicks in with that dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, like it's fucking perfection. I mean, what in the name of underrated fucking movies is this movie? Tom Atkins, as some of the guys talked about, I mean, that's an immediate plus. But, I mean, the score, I will say this. The score might be immaculate, but the 8 more days till Halloween, 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 geez. 8 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock. That can get old really quickly. Oh, yeah. But, in a way, it sounds like a little kid's tune. So they just threw something together. It sounds like that. Doesn't really bother me, but I can get how it would get annoying. But it kind of adds to it at the end when he's like, God dang it, and the annoying sounds coming back. Good shit. And then what if I told you that the one movie without Michael Myers might have the best kills? I mean, you kind of touched on it. The head getting ripped off, the pulling the nose and the skull. Oh, my God. The fucking laser and then the face. And nobody even talked about that scene. The scene with the kid, dude. The kid. Oh, my God. That's one of my might be like my favorite scene in the movie. When he's sitting there and the fucking, yes. And there's like, hold on, what's wrong? The parents looking at him. And then you just see the fucking pumpkin slowly like dissolve into his face, basically, and he falls over. And you got like bugs, everything. Snakes. A snake comes out, and the music's playing, and they're all freaking the hell out now. Imagine? That was just like, I can't even think. Like, it's just amazing. This is one of those movies, and it's so original too. It's got its own original vibe to it. I mean, Dr. Chalice, he's a pimp too, dude. I mean, this chick is young as hell too, and he's just like. He's like, where would you like me to sleep? You know? He's laying it down, bro.
He's got a wife at home.
yeah, it's crazy. Like, he's like a fucked up person, kind of, but like you love him for some reason. And then, Cochran, dude, he plays the evil old man role very well, and a cyborg like henchman. They grow on you as the movie goes on. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, talk about like right hand men, I should say. My God, Ellie is one of the robot things. Took me by surprise, but like I said, the question is, how long was she a robot, man? Like, was she a robot the whole time? I mean, what are y'all guessing on this one? I know I talked about it a little bit.
I think when she was in that room is where they changed him because he knew.
Yeah,
Cochran knew if what was his name?
Who we talking about?
The main dude.
Oh, Chalice.
Yeah, if he was to win, he was going to go save her, and then Cochran would have that one last chance.
Yeah. To
get the victory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's my belief too. And then of course, like I said, the ending. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I love that shit, dude. Abruptly send us right into those credits and let that amazing score take us home and leave us with the oh shit feeling. Like that's what a fucking horror movie should do. Underrated as fuck. Halloween
Definitely
3.
Underrated.
Everybody. Yeah. Okay, Halloween 4.
Here we go.
Who wants it? Fan favorite right here.
I enjoyed it. Michael comes alive in that ambulance and just fingers the dude's forehead.
Finger skills on 11.
And then I was thinking, how the fuck did Loomis and Michael survive the explosion at the hospital? But Michael, well, especially Loomis. Loomis is just a dude.
Yeah,
Michael's he's got special gifts. Michael kills everyone at that gas station, and Loomis is right on his tail, and he breaks the phone I was like, that's smart because Loomis was going to make a call and Loomis can't call anyone because Michael broke the phone. And then the dumb prank where all the teens wear the Michael Myers outfit and surrounds Loomis and the cops. That is a great way to get murdered.
It's a dumb prank. What bothers me too is the mask in this movie is not good at all, and I think one of the masks on one of the fucking teens looked better than the actual mask. It's like, why wouldn't you just take that one? Take that fucking kid's mask. Jesus.
Oh, and then towards the end, Michael, they're driving away with Jamie, and then Michael.
Jamie.
I love Jamie. Poor little Jamie. Michael was hanging on the back.
Now.
Yeah, Michael was hanging on the back of the truck the whole time. They were driving probably like 20 miles, and they all have rifles and shotguns. Michael just gets up and just throws the bodies onto the ground, and I was like, damn, that seems really painful. And then
so they're like,
and then he's reaching in the car and he rips the driver's face off. Then Michael gets lit up with bullets and then falls into a hole. The thing I didn't like though about this movie is the twist at the end. They turned Jamie into a killer. I was like, no, don't do that. But they did it. And
no,
yeah.
No, Jamie, no. Just, that scene always gets me. It's like, good God.
Yeah,
Loomis kills
the
it.
ending.
He's ready to shoot that little fucking kid. Like, I'm killing. No.
The ending. That's a good impression. The ending kind of ruined it for me, but overall, this was a decent return of Michael Myers. That's all I gotta say.
Jesus
right
Christ.
We're about to enter a long stretch for me where I'm not a fan of many of these movies.
It's hard, man. These middle ones.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have too much to say on these because I'm
definitely the weakest part. I think this movie's really overrated. This is the overrated movie in the Halloween franchise to me.
I think
100%.
Yeah,
Not the original. This one.
no,
It was great till the ending. I was like, no.
What's the overall consensus on this movie from like the general?
The general if you talk, I'd say it's like 80-20, but like, let's say another 20% is like it's good, but then a 60% is like this is the best one after the original. I love this movie. Fall vibes. Michael's on point. I don't care about the mask. Jamie, the story, it's so great. It might be my favorite. That's kind of how this movie is.
Well,
yeah,
they're crazy.
That's what I think too. Yes.
You people are insane.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
I'm trying to find
I'm not a fan either.
some high points
To
in
that
this
point.
movie. I think the little girl did a good job acting,
Jamie.
just as
she's
a whole. Like
a
her
great
screaming,
actress.
her screaming was like believable, and that goes for like the next one too.
No, God.
yeah.
The next one.
Woo! She's a good actor, or actress. Sorry.
She's acting.
One scene that kind of stood out to me was towards the beginning where all those kids are like making fun of Jamie.
Oh yeah, I love
Like
that scene.
kids are fucking mean.
I hate it and love it at the same
brutal
time.
back
Like
then.
9
You just
years
want to
old.
hug her, dude. Like, come here, these little. If they ever, dude, I'm gonna have a problem, dude. Because I have a kid. If I ever see that, like, if I'm picking up Arya, I might throw your kid against the
Dude,
wall.
exactly. Like the kids are all chanting, "Jamie's an orphan," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like that's so.
It sounds
fucked
terrible. I don't
up.
think I'd ever hit a kid. But when it comes to my kid, that like my knee-jerk reaction is like, "Fuck him up. She's in danger. There's something wrong with my
Just
kid."
fucking Spartan
Yeah,
kids in the face,
Dude, you might have to stone cold stunner him.
Like,
I'll bring the beer.
I did kind of like Rachel as a character
She's great.
in this movie. I
High point.
thought it was funny where like they get like a town mob out searching for
Yeah.
Michael.
Because he says there's no police department. He's just like,
You
just
haven't got the
incited
police
mob."
force.
Let's go. And they just get everybody together looking for Michael. You knew that was going to end up badly. Like someone's going to get shot that shouldn't be shot. They're not trained to be out hunting somebody like that.
Oh God.
But yeah, I mean, and then the end, like Tyler said, where Jamie turns out, and they did it the same way with like the mask.
Yeah.
And I knew something was up when, I think she grabbed the scissors off the sink or whatever, and they didn't show the hand grabbing them. I don't know if you caught that. They just showed the scissors slipping off, and I was like, why didn't they show? Because they usually show Michael's hand grabbing it, and I was like, something's up.
They ain't dirty as fuck.
Yeah, and then it turned out Jamie like
The
stabbed
hand's like
her
this
mom.
big.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of of the fourth one, Return of Michael Myers?
Really, I got some pluses in here, actually quite a bit, but overall, you'll see how it ends up. Myers is back. I mean, that's a plus, right? Okay, we got Myers back, debatably, but still, it's Myers. We got Myers. Another Michael Myers movie. I'm happy about that. It's a nice tone in the beginning with stories from the guard. I don't even know what the fuck. Oh, the actual guard. I was like, what is this note? The guard at the beginning taking him down there. He's kind of building it up to Michael Myers. At that time, we were hungry for it, but at first I was like, the guard? What? Yeah, that was good. Shows out the gates that Michael Myers means business, kind of like he said, the finger, the thumb through the head. All that great. Danielle Harris was perfectly cast for the part of Jamie, and Rachel is a great final girl. Better than Jamie Lee Curtis in the first two movies. I'll fucking say it. I don't care. Loomis is back and is debatably my favorite version of Loomis. I love Loomis in this movie. Maybe my last great performance I think he gave in this franchise. So it's nice to see. It's cool to see the dude from Dazed and Confused. And this is Brady. Every time I see that movie, that's just a fun fact. I see him, I'm like, oh, the guy from Dazed and Confused. It gets me every time. I like the shot where Loomis and Michael come face to face at the gas station. There's some people that maybe even debate, since the mask sucks so much, just keep that fucking wrap on his head and just fucking have that. That was actually intimidating. I mean, he might have looked scarier in that, as crazy as that sounds. And, you know, this is a scene I don't hear a lot of people talk about, and I feel like this is more of a just me thing. For some reason, I adore the scene where Loomis gets fucking, those kids pull over the side of the road to pick him up. They leave him in the dust. That's it. I love that scene. I'm just fun. They leave him in the dust, but that old, you know, preacher guy comes by and picks him up. There's something about Loomis, man. It just feels like he hasn't got along with anybody from this franchise from the beginning. Every time he's with somebody, they're fucking, he's either yelling at him like, he was doing pretty good last night, talking about like Michael driving in the first one, or like the fucking brackets over here like yelling at him like, is it him? Is it him? With Ben Tramer. He's just always on the outside looking in. He just got left in the dust again. To just see Loomis for a second have a friendly moment where it kind of felt like he left his guard down. He's just listening to the guy. He's taking a shot. I don't know why. That scene always puts a smile on my face. I like the holdup at the house a lot. I think that is the bright spot of the movie. I think that's great. You see Michael with the shotgun. You're like, is he going to shoot somebody? That just wouldn't feel right, but he fucking goes through the girl, which also didn't show that girl's titties. Big mistake on your part. That chick was bad.
She was.
And then going upstairs, the kill with, you know, Brady, where he fucking like puts the, it's such a simple kill, but it looks great. When he's like, run, Rachel, like, get out of here. And you're over there like, no, Brady, you get the fuck out of there too. And that leads to the rooftop scene, and the rooftop scene is fucking great. Like, it's just intense as fuck. The way they're almost to the top, she's like, get on my back, Jamie. And then she falls down. She goes down, and then you see Jamie, after they're making their way up again, turn around, Michael's just stand. It's fucking great. That whole scene, definitely the best shit, I think. Then you have the pink mask. That's a fun thing. I don't even know if y'all caught that. There's a pink mask that still gives me a chuckle every time. It's when they're in the school. There's like a split second, not even a split second. It's on the screen for like 3 seconds. It's like a pink, and I think the mask has like white hair. I don't know how they let that get in the film, but I guess more people miss it than not. Because usually when I talk to people, like, there's a pink mask. Like, yep. Go back, pause it. It's 3 seconds on the screen. It's there. He grabs Jamie with the pink mask. And then the rednecks, dude, they just feel forced to me. I don't like them at all. Like, just something about redneck, like, hey, get that Michael son of a bitch. Like, get her done. Like, I'm not feeling that. And the whole, there's something about him being like on the back of the truck that just, I don't know what it is. We can't explain these things, right? There's just something about the visual of Michael being on the, climbing up into a truck bed, and there's fucking rednecks, and he's like taking them on one by one. His like mask hair is flowing in the wind while he's fighting them and throwing. It just looks corny to me. I don't know what it is, and it doesn't help that the mask doesn't look good. I really do not like this mask, if I didn't say that yet. and it just doesn't work. And then the ending where they just light him up with bullets, I don't really like that. There's something about that feels less personal, you know? You get Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, doing something to him, killing him. Like, we've seen that in the future for all intents and purposes. At that time in the movie, that was supposed to be Michael's death. We've seen, you know, Loomis blow him up. There's things like that. It feels personal to those people. When it's just a bunch of rednecks and everybody like shooting them, it doesn't feel as personal. Michael's over here like that doesn't leave me as fulfilled. And then Jesus, the ending. Let me throw a curveball at y'all. I actually like the ending a lot with Jamie becoming the killer. The curse lives on. It's through his bloodline. That is great to me. But it's not great because they continued the movie. So now it feels odd. But if that was it, no more Michael that was the last of the original series. We got a remake after that, and we respawned the story. That was great. And then of course, all that, like, yeah. Like everybody always like loves Loomis in that scene. I think he seems a little goofy when he's screaming that. But at the same time, I do like the fact that Loomis is just like, I'm gonna fucking kill her. Like, I don't give a shit if it's a little kid. She's gotta die. I've seen this before. We're not letting this get born again. So I like the thought of that and the premise of it. The ending is good to me. I completely disagree with you guys there, but I do get it amongst the rest of the franchise. But cut it off right here, perfect ending to me. That's me though. Anything else on Halloween 4?
Nope.
All right, on to Halloween 5.
5.
Which one y'all want this?
I mean, I'll go. These next couple movies, I'm not going to have much to say. Let's try to find some bright spots in here.
Good luck.
Not a fan of the mysterious man in black thing that they were doing.
Oh, gosh.
Didn't like that at all.
Ruins it.
I did like how they picked up right where 4 left off. That's something I do like. Like with 2, they picked up where 1 left off. Immediately you see Michael like escaping from that hole.
I oddly like watching him float down the river, and I don't know why. I think it's because like I've watched him my whole life. Like on paper, I think like, oh God, that sounds terrible. But there's something about like the music playing and him crawling out, and it's like, damn, there goes Michael again. And it on paper, it sounds like nothing you should see the shape do, but it just works for me. One of those weird things for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was, at least I hope they were portraying it this way. He was using that river to his advantage, because when he stood up, that was like ankle deep water.
Yeah.
That wasn't like carrying him against his will. I think he was using it to get away from everybody, because that wasn't deep water at all.
Man.
But then back to 5, Revenge of Michael Myers. The intense opening scene, kind of, with Jamie having that seizure.
Yeah.
I think that was, like, you felt that. Like, she did a good job for being so young, acting as good as she did there.
Danielle Harris is great.
There's a like running through the sheet scene that reminded me straight of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know if they did that intentionally as like a homage to it or whatever, but I immediately thought of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Dr. Loomis was kind of being a dick to Jamie there at one point, like, what do you know? Like, dude, calm down.
I don't really like Loomis in this movie.
I don't at all.
He's too over the top.
This was where Loomis started going downhill to me. Before this, I loved Loomis, and here he kind of took that turn where I was like, dude, this dude's being a dick. Like,
he's over the top. Out. But I mean, I could see it. It makes sense because at this point, he's like, I am done with this. I know I'm being a horrible person, but it is of the utmost importance, even if I'm being a horrible person, that we get this fucking guy. I cannot go through this anymore. Yeah. So I kind of get, but overall, it's not as gratifying at all to watch Loomis like that, because you think more of him.
Let's see. There were a couple good kills. That rake thing that Mikey took to the back of the head.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good kill. And then,
dude, he was going to say trick or treat, motherfucker, first. I to this day think that. We got Busta Rhymes saying trick or treat, motherfucker, to Michael Myers. But I swear, dude, old Mikey was about to say it first. He scraped the back of his car, and he literally went up to me. He's like, trick or treat. And then he got fucking choked out. But if he wouldn't have got choked, a motherfucker was coming after that for sure.
You know.
So, Mikey, you're the debut guy. I give you your props, even though it's probably not props if people hate that line. But I love it, so I got you, Mikey.
And then Spence took a pitchfork to the back while he was having sex.
Dude, Michael, if you're having sex, Michael loves killing people while they're having sex.
What's that?
I didn't like Michael Myers driving like the Mustang. That felt out of place to me. What else? And then when Jamie found that shrine of her in the attic with like the casket laid out and like pictures and everything. And then at the end they hang that big chain fucking net up to catch Michael Myers. Like that would have had to been in place before he came in the house. That would have been something they set up days before.
Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, they were in there before he was, so I'm guessing they probably did. Because that one cop was at the top of the stairs, like waiting for him to come back. So they probably did set it up. I don't know. I've actually never thought about that.
That would have took a lot of people to set up too. Like that wasn't a one-person job. That 100%. Net was fucking heavy.
Oh, dude, yeah, it looked like it. When that Michael Myers down, it's got to be.
When that net fell, it started making me think of Home Alone. And like how they should just set up the house and have what's his name come through and just set up a bunch of traps to fucking catch Michael Myers.
Yeah, Kevin
McAllister.
Yeah. He could have got Michael.
100%, Michael. I would actually love to see that mashup. That sounds
like what I was thinking.
That sounds terrible. But then the more you think about it, like, dude, that would be so entertaining.
That's what I was thinking.
Like come here, you big horse's ass, come and get me. And Michael's like, come on, bro.
Paint cans down the stairs.
Might as well at this point, dude. They should have executed that here because the movies were so shit. It wouldn't even mattered if they did a mashup like that.
But yeah, I mean that's about all I have to say. I'm not a fan of 5.
Are you a fan of 5, Tyler?
It's on the fence.
The
whole Jamie with the sixth sense of Michael and when he's killing, I did not. That's kind of like the worst part for me. That turned me off to this movie. I didn't enjoy that. The fact that girl, they were having sex and she tells him go get him a beer, and he comes back up and Michael kills him again by sticking him in the wall, which don't work. And then Michael puts on that the little ghost outfit. And the girl couldn't tell a difference between the size of Michael Myers and her boyfriend. Like that was pretty dumb. Again, pulling the prank on the cops at that party with the fake Michael Myers is a great way to get shot by the cops. It's stupid. They chased that kitten into the barn with Michael Myers in it. I understand wanting to go get a cat, and not knowing Michael Myers in there, so that I don't know. That's just a little thing. But
What are your options?
Tina basically sacrifices herself to save little Jamie and the boy, and I thought that was really cool because I thought Tina was just a character, just to fill screen time. But when she sacrificed herself, I was like, I like her. The girls in this movie are beautiful.
To say about her.
The girls in this movie are beautiful. That's what gave me a 10 out of 10 for this movie, just because the girls. When Jamie's in that little laundry chute, I guess that's what it is. That's intense. She falls all the way to the bottom to get away from Michael. Michael goes down in the basement, tries to open it up, and then Jamie has to climb all the way back to the top. I was like, that's a great scene. And then the ending, the police finally catch Michael. They lock him up, and then then someone immediately helps him escape. Immediately. He's in the cell 5 minutes maybe, and then boom. And Jamie walks in and sees all the dead bodies and sees what happens. I was like, this movie, it was all over the place for me. So that's all I got to say about it. Take it away, Brandon.
Yeah. So for me, Mute Jamie was a weird choice. I don't hate it as much as some people do, but not a good choice to me in general. I think you're really hampering her as an actor. Of course, you don't have... I mean, there's people who have done great acting performances with no words, but I would have liked to have Jamie just be able to talk, like eliminate all that. And that would also eliminate Donald Pleasance being Donald Dickhead. Like, we can get rid of that, too, with doing that, because most of the times he was being a dickhead. It's like, just speak, Jamie! Like, yeah, get rid of all that. Solves 2 problems out the gates. All right. And we are graced with another shitty mask here. Not a fan of this mask at all. And then to top of that off, too, something that's always bothered me, like my OCD, I hate how the mask is, like, untucked. Like, it's just fucking, like, hanging out there. Like, the whole time I just want to be like, hey, bud, let me Yep. All right, we're good. It's at least a little better. Incoming Tina. Most people hate Tina with a fiery passion. They think she's the most annoying, pretentious girl ever. And you know what? I get that. But for me, maybe I have more of a tolerance for people. I'm not a douchebag. But to me, she's just, you know, a bubbly personality that's probably fun to be around if you hung out with her. I'm sorry, that's the way I personally see it. She did have a couple douchebag moments, but she more than made up for it when, what Tyler said, when she sacrificed herself like that. That was huge for me, and I actually really, really enjoy the character of Tina. I'm not like most of you on that. A lot of people have a problem with this. Rachel getting offed, and then they replaced her with annoying Tina. Well, I've already said I don't mind Tina, and Rachel getting offed in the beginning, execution should have been a lot better, but I like it when a main character gets offed in the beginning because it throws, you know, a wrench in your gears, dude. You're like, okay, we're moving along. Rachel's gonna, oh, hold on. It makes you like recalibrate. I like that. Most people don't. Me, I'm like, oh shit, I like to be surprised. I don't like everything to go exactly how I pictured it. People think they want to, but that gets a little boring. Good call on killing Rachel. I'm giving you the thumbs up, Halloween 5, but damn, you could have done a little better with it. The scene was kind of lame, and you kind of fucked up. After that, you had Michael. He's, like, standing under a tree, clear as day, with, like, a knife, I think, like, just watching people. Like, do you not see him? Like, he's not too good at hiding anymore, is he? The choice of the musical cue for when the two cops came out, it was like, just like, oh, get that, guys? These guys are supposed to be funny. That is cringy as fuck, dude. Don't insult our intelligence. We get it. They're supposed to be funny, and guess what? They're not. So it's also, like, double down worse. Like, do not add a fucking cartoonish musical cue in a Halloween movie to say, guess what, guys? The funny cops are coming in. No. Fuck that dumb idea. I like the chase scene with the janitor until I found out it was the janitor. So that kind of got, you know, it was good for a second. I was like, okay, this is kind of intense. You know, he's chasing and then, oh, it's a janitor. Yeah, not that great. After all, I like the weapons Myers uses, kind of what you talked about when you left out the scythe kill where he just sliced her across with that. He's got the Grim Reaper scythe. That's cool. The Myers house. I have a lot of problems with this ending. The ending, like, this was an average movie, and the ending actually has a couple bright spots in it, but it's got 3 bad spots that just completely sink it. And that's the Myers house looks way different. Now it's like a fucking mansion. Like, it's not believable at all that this is the same place. That doesn't bother me as much as some, but it does bother me. The other thing that really, really, really bothers me is the Man in Black gets entered into play. I cannot stand the Man in Black. I don't even like the Men in Black. I know, unpopular, but I like Men in Black. Don't like Man in Black. And it's just a guy with a Tommy gun breaking in and pulling Michael out of a cell where he's in his mask in the cell. He's caught. He looks fucking like, oh, I'm in timeout. That makes me cringe. I fucking hate it. Everything about that ending. And that does kind of take away from what was good about the ending. I liked the fact that, you know, Jamie was getting chased around the fucking through that like air duct where like Michael was stabbing through it. That was a good scene. It was intense. It was good. And then of course, like it's like right when you're kind of getting up, they're like, oh, here's another thing you don't like. Michael has her in that room, the shrine, all that. That's fine with me. I don't really give a fuck. That's cool. But when he takes off his mask, he's like, let me see, and he like sheds a tear, I'm just like, Michael Myers is crying right now. Like, fuck all the way, all of this.
He's human, man. He's got
yeah, that buries the movie for me. Halloween 5, nah. Not feeling that shit. What about Halloween 6, guys? What you got?
Okay, the weird childbirth scene and like the cult thing, I did not get on board.
We're head over heels into it now.
I was like, this is stupid. I like Paul Rudd, but him being a creep and all this stuff and knowing too much about, you know, the thorn and stuff.
Well, I believe this was his first role, so he would.
This was his first role?
Though. Yes, it was. Well, Clueless came out first, but I want to say he started filming this movie first.
Oh, okay.
But it just, well, she's never.
I
really
love
known
Paul
as an
Rudd.
actor.
I love Paul Rudd too.
Yeah, me too. Love him, but not in this movie.
The Myers house gets sold to a douchebag father and his, you know, beautiful family. Loomis comes out of retirement. Anybody? Nothing.
Loomis.
Loomis. And then that father, he's like giving his daughter shit, talking about how she's pretty much worthless and costing them money and stuff.
I hate that motherfucker.
And then little Danny holds a knife to him. I was like, heck yeah,
Get
man.
him, Danny.
Like, do it, Danny.
Danny boy.
Jamie gets shot in the head at the hospital. I was like, does every hospital in this franchise suck? That's what I wrote in my notes. The whole Thorn thing with the curse is stupid. It should have just been, Michael's a psychopath. Michael's a psycho killer.
You watched the producer's cut then?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious. I got the theatrical cut over here on mine, but it's the same thing.
And
it's really different, but it's all good.
The one person I wanted to die was the dad, that slapped his daughter and, the owner of the Michael's house. And he died by getting electrocuted by Michael. And I was like, I wanted him to die in a way worse way.
You have no idea. If you would have watched the theatrical cut, you would have got that. Producer's cut, it cuts it out.
Well, I'm sorry.
Check this out. He gets electrocuted in the theatrical cut, then his head explodes in the theatrical.
Well,
so
also,
that would have been way better for you.
Yeah, also, Michael likes putting stuff in the washer. I noticed that. He likes putting things in the washer.
My favorite thing, too.
Loomis, I don't know what to think
close.
about him in this movie. Loomis should either get a raise or get fired for some of the stuff he does in this movie. I'm not sure which.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, Loomis gets the curse. And I was like, that is such a stupid thing / ending. I did not enjoy that. This whole movie was all over the place with the whole curse thing. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I thought you get more look into that Man in Black, which didn't like.
Here comes the Man in Black.
Like you said, the Thorn thing. That was all dumb. My favorite thing from this movie was Paul Rudd. And I know, Brandon, you said you didn't really like him in it.
That's saying a lot because he was trash.
It's not even that.
No, I think it was his character. He did good as his character.
I just
don't like his character.
No, I like Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
I love Paul Rudd, but this movie, I don't even like.
He did good acting. It was just seeing Paul Rudd was like a bright spot. That was my favorite thing about this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it might be the way he was directed to act, but I couldn't stand it. For me, the vibe immediately is just all the way off. Like, how did we fucking get here? The score is garbage. I hear people fucking praise the hell out of the score. Like, yeah, it's got that heavy metal sound. No, what are you doing? Yeah, that would be cool as like a YouTube video. Like, hey, guys, check out my Halloween theme. I kind of did this. And you'd be like, oh, that is kind of cool. But in a Michael Myers movie, like, don't do that to my fucking Halloween score, bro. Piano or bust. Jesus Christ, do not like it. Unpopular opinion on mine that I feel like should be popular opinion. That's one I don't get that you guys like so much. Something about this Halloween has always felt extremely TV movie to me, and I've never heard anybody else say this, but every time I watch this, I feel like I'm watching a TV movie. It doesn't, the production value, something about it doesn't feel as up to par. Maybe it's just because it feels awkward because of when it was released. I don't know. It feels very TV movie. And Danielle Harris got the shaft, man. She wanted to come back to reprise her role as Jamie. She didn't get to. I just couldn't get into this new Jamie, mainly because I like Danielle Harris so much. And the fact that she did want to come back. And did Jamie get done in quick, man? I'm normally cool with people getting killed like that, but it's a little alarming that like people are like, oh, Rachel died earlier. Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis in Resurrection, that was a sin to make her die early. But then people come back and praise this movie, but not shed any type of light on Jamie getting killed early. That same thing. Why do you praise this but heap shit on the others? Just weird to me. I'm sorry. Characters are probably the least interesting in this movie. Like, I don't care about any of these motherfuckers. Like, they're just boring, one note. Paul Rudd's just
blah.
The whole fucking movie. Good God, I love you, Paul Rudd, but not in this fucking movie. And it's not even like the so bad it's good acting that you horror fans know. It's just fucking dull, boring crap. But good Lord, is Paul Rudd awkward in this fucking movie. I mean, there's one thing I wrote down, like, when they are passing Tommy Doyle, played by Paul Rudd, they're going like 3 miles per hour. It literally feels like they're on some kind of cheap tour. Like, if you look to the left, you'll see a grandma. If you look to the right, there's that creepy-ass Tommy Doyle guy hanging out in the window again. Yeah, he does that from time to time. Like, what is with this, dude? I mean, maybe it's the way it was directed. It's not good. The Mask. Oh, here's a plus. Maybe 1. It's not too bad. Not my favorite, but good God, is it an improvement over 4 and 5. And then the one thing I genuinely like about this movie, I really like the red lit hallway scene where Michael's chasing after the doctor and Paul Rudd and company. I think that just looks great. I really do. Other than that, I don't have much more to say about this movie. This is another one that you love or hate, but there's a lot of people that absolutely adore this movie, and I don't fucking get it at all.
I don't either.
No bueno. Who wants to take H2O? On to better things.
I mean, yeah, I can start it. Like you said, on to better things. This is the best one since 3. I think 3, after 3, they go downhill, and then H2O kind of brings it back.
I agree with that 100%. Most people wouldn't, though.
Wasn't great, but solid movie. I like how it starts with the Sandman song again.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a nice touch. I like the kill at the beginning with Jimmy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He has to skate straight to the face.
Dude, the beginning scene was great.
Yeah.
They brought back Marion Chambers back, dude. Loomis's doctor. That was great to bring that actress back. That was really cool.
I actually have that written down in here too. Her house was broken into. I kind of like what they did because one of our complaints with the like hospital is it was understaffed. There wasn't a lot of people there. Well, the way they kind of explained the school and not everybody being there is the whole school goes on a class trip.
Yeah.
Where'd they go?
They covered
Yosemite or whatever.
Yeah, they covered their bases.
So that's why nobody was there. I thought that was smart how they did that. And then just the people Michael needs to kill are the ones who stay back. I'm guessing you're checking the scores over there.
Oh, yeah. Panthers up 17. Let's go Carolina, 2-2. All of a sudden, season don't look too bright.
I like the
too dim.
where Michael was chasing them, and then they shut the door, and Lori and Michael have like this face-to-face through the door window.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had that
was
wrote
intense.
down. That's one of my favorite scenes of the whole franchise. Too bad there's a terrible mask looking back at her.
That was dope. You then get Will, who is Lori's boyfriend. They weren't married, were they? They were just
there's
just her boyfriend, girlfriend. He ends up shooting.
My mind's somewhere else. It shouldn't be.
He ends up shooting LL Cool J, and you think at the time he kills him, but you later find out
LL's a survivor,
he's
dog.
not dead.
Dude,
I know, for
that
real.
scene, you see, I replayed it. Like, you see Michael walk through, and then he shoots him, and then it's LL Cool J. I was like, you can't just switch like that.
Well, maybe LL was trying to pull a prank.
No,
like
it was
everybody
definitely
else.
Michael.
And then when he got shot, he was like, ugh.
Yeah, it was
Toss him
definitely
ass.
Michael.
But yeah, then Lori and Myers have their face off. He ends up dying. And they're loading Michael Myers into that van, and then Lori steals the van.
Yeah, steals a gun in the van.
And fucking drives it off a cliff.
Yep.
And perfectly pins Michael against a tree.
Yep.
Which I thought was funny. And then she decapitates Michael, and you're like, okay, how's he going to come back?
Yeah,
from this? Like,
there's
it's over.
no way.
It's over.
Michael's dead. This
overall,
is the end of the series.
Solid movie. Definitely steps up from the previous, 4 movies for me personally.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one. The opening scene was great. Again, the mom and daughter bathroom scene, and Michael, you think, oh no, he's gonna kill a mom and daughter, but no, he just takes their purse and takes their car and goes. I was like,
Michael's not too bad.
I was like, yeah, Michael,
He's got a heart, man.
he's
I'm
a pretty
telling you.
cool dude.
Probably
Lori
ain't
is
got
still
time for this.
traumatized and tries to fight the battle every day, and you'd be traumatized too. It's hard for Lori to go through that and try to live a normal life. I sympathize with her. That private school is dope. That is one dope ass private school.
Hillcrest.
You find out Lori faked her own death and moved to California, to get away from everything. The food grinder scene where the kid dropped the cork or the wine opener into the garbage disposal, and you're like, all right, Michael's gonna turn it on. He doesn't, but he just brutally murders him. The dumbwaiter scene where the girl is in the dumbwaiter with the dude with his slit throat, his throat slit. Yeah, and then the dumbwaiter comes down and crushes her leg. I was like, oh my god, that is brutal.
You kind of felt that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then Lori gets the balls to go after Michael Myers with an axe. I was like, that's, you know, she's pulling out all the stops now. She really wants him dead, whether she dies or not. The crawling under the tables as Michael's walking through, just flipping the tables, throwing them. Yeah. And then Michael gets stabbed and falls off the second story in there. It's like Michael's always getting shot or stabbed and falling off shit. Lewis was about to stab Michael Myers more, but LL Cool J stops her. Or Lori was about to stab Michael Myers more after he did. And LL Cool J comes in and stops her. I was like, no, don't stop her.
Stabbing him.
Like, murder! Make sure you kill the killer. But you find out LL Cool J is still alive, and he's calling his girlfriend. He's like, yeah, it's going to be a movie. He's like, I saved everybody. He's like, yeah, I got shot, but it just grazed me. But if you look at that scene, he's laying on the ground. There's a lot of blood. He got shot pretty good. You wouldn't
be like out cold, like, yeah, I would think.
Maybe. Then, Lori steals the cop's gun, takes the van. Michael Myers breaks out of the body bag. She pins him and decapitates him. You're like, boom, this movie's over. 3. The franchise is done. There's a great ending to the franchise.
It was a great ending.
So I was like, how are they going to make any more after this? It was 20 years later. It came full circle. I enjoyed this movie a lot.
Yeah, another one of those mixed bags for me. I'm not a fan of the score in this one either. It's very like orchestra-like. It's almost too much. I've heard some rag on the lack of fall vibes, but I just don't fucking get it. I get it. You want it to be a staple in the franchise that, oh, we need the fall and Halloween. Yeah, I need that until it makes sense for the main character, which takes more precedence to get away. It makes sense for her to move completely away from there, to not have a fall vibe. You got Michael and the main character. You don't need those fucking Leafs, bro. It's not that fucking serious. I don't understand what y'all's beef is with this. It's okay. There's no Leafs. I get it. You'll be all right. Trust me. Okay. Character takes precedence there. Makes sense to me. One of my favorite final girls ever is Lori in this movie. This Laurie Strode is by far and away, not even close, the best Laurie Strode to me. Josh Hartnett as her son. I always liked Josh Hartnett. It was kind of cool to see him in this movie. I'm a huge fan of The Faculty. He did this sort of in and around the same time. He's really good as the son. Not great, but he's good. I love that they brought back the Mr. Sandman song. That was great. Jamie Lee Curtis's mom, Marion Crane herself, the girl that played Marion Crane in Psycho, is her mom in real life, if y'all didn't know that. And she also had a role as Jamie Lee Curtis's secretary. So it's cool to see mom and daughter. There's a lot of like little tidbits that the average viewer wouldn't know, but other people that are like horror fans are like, oh, dude, that's dope. That's dope shit. Maybe my least favorite mask, dude. You just got it kind of back on track with 6. Too bad it's in... I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah. Terrible movie. But this mask, it's not completely garbage, but I hate the eye holes. They're so big. It's like you can even see his skin under it with his eyes. It drives me a little crazy on that one. I like the chase with the girl on the elevator thing. He kind of touched on. I thought that scene was very intense. The scene where Michael is trying to get Laurie's son and his girl, though. The fence is really intense.
Yeah.
They
lock the gate, and she's right there. Like, there's a gate like 2 feet outside your door.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, but it's intense as fuck. Where he's like, "Somebody open the door" and all that, and then what Josh said. Like, I mean, that whole scene is intense as fuck. I love that scene. Probably my favorite scene in the movie. And then, of course, it climaxing with them coming face to face. Like, that's just beautiful. After all these years, you got to keep in mind 6, 5, 4. None of that happened. She hadn't seen Michael since Halloween 2. It's been, it was 20 years later from 78, so 17 years since she's seen that. She's been losing her mind. She's been freaking out. Well, I guess it would be 20 years. Those happen back to back. Ignore what I'm saying, but 20 years fucking later, dude, they come face to face like that. She realizes her worst fears are true. It's fucking perfect, dude. That is a great scene. And then the perfect last hurrah, like you were saying, with her and Michael. That was just phenomenal. And if the franchise ended right there, this franchise is typically pretty good with endings. Just chop his head off. Jamie Lee Curtis becomes, victorious. It would have been great. It would have been great. But we got another one.
Do we have to?
Here we go.
I got a lot to say about this one, actually.
Here we go.
Well, let me start this so Brandon can get to it quicker. My favorite thing about this movie was Busta Rhymes.
Oh, my gosh.
Bust the bus.
I personally, not to give away my rankings, think this was the worst movie.
People hate this movie.
I don't really think it was that close.
I
think
don't.
This was the worst by far.
I got some points for y'all why
and
it's
that's
actually
all I'm
good.
gonna say. I'll pass it to Tyler.
It opens up. Lori's in a psych ward playing a mental person, but she's really not. She's just waiting for Michael. You see, Lori actually didn't kill Michael in the previous in H2O. Michael switched bodies. It's not bodies. He switched outfits
Fucking
with
shapeshifter, bro.
the paramedic. So Lori actually just killed a paramedic with, they said, 3 kids at home. Michael kills the security guards at the psych hospital, which again, there's not many. If you're at a hospital, you're gonna die. Lori had to make sure Michael Myers was dead or Lori wanted to see his face and make sure it was actually him when she has him trapped and he's hanging. And Michael just grabs her and they both fall, and then he stabs her, and then Lori falls to her death. I think I read that Jamie Lee Curtis just took this role just so didn't have to do any more Halloween movies. She just wanted.
I've always heard that. Too.
She just wanted to get killed off, and then the story can go on without her.
She was like tied to it contractually or something.
I did enjoy the beginning of this movie, but the characters are so boring, and then they do the whole
Danger Time.
internet show, and it's just so stupid. There's so many pointless and weak attempts at jump scares. Busta Rhymes either is a bright point or just horrible. Him doing the mixed martial arts when he comes face to face with Michael and just kicks him in the face. That's so stupid. Busta Rhymes doing martial arts. And then Busta Rhymes has that trick or treat motherfucker line. I mean, it's a classic line, but it's a dummy. It's a dumb, funny line.
Bust back down like, oh, this guy again, he won't die.
Yeah, and then the end, they put Michael in a body bag again, and I'm like, do they not check the people's pulse or vital signs before they put people in body bags?
Looking kind of crispy, Michael.
Yeah,
chicken fried, motherfucker.
Like, check for a pulse or something, and like Michael comes alive again. I'm like, and the whole house thing with the shitty cameras, they probably thought this was going to be such a fun and good movie. I had high hopes for it, but no, this movie sucks.
There you have it, what most people think. But if you like Resurrection, I got news for you. I like Resurrection. Let me tell you why this is actually not as bad as people say it is. The score is back on track. Thank you, God. They did nothing with it. They added in like a little oh in the background. It's fucking dope. The Mask is back on track, which is not a given at this point. After 3 of the last 4 movies, masks have been total shit. We're already knocking out of the park, ain't we? The explanation for Michael setting up the security guard is not bad. And let me tell you why. Because what they were given. In general, it sounds like shit. I get it. But if you're going to want to do this fucking franchise, you're going to want it to continue, what else would you do? That is what I present to you people that rag on this. If you're tasked with bringing Michael back, let me hear your better explanation. I'll wait, because for what they're given, that's as good as it's going to get, guys. You're nitpicking a little bit at this point. Unless you just want the franchise to end. But if you want Michael back, his head's chopped off. Come up with something better. Oh, but he could have. The mask. Oh, man, if he just would have took off the mask. Yeah, I get that. There's a little pothole. But find something better. You got something better? I bet you don't. Unless you're talking about internet. So, yeah. On to the next one with that. Lori died. You say no. I say yes. Finally, the bitch is dead. We finally killed Laurie Strode, and Michael can do something else. I'm done with it. That character has ran its course. I like the surprise of it. Good. Good on my part. And then guess what happens, too? You got in the beginning, people were like, oh, why did he was over there with his mask. Yeah, all that. I get it. And she fucking kisses him goodbye and all that. Yes, it's almost like goodbye, Michael. Like this is the kiss of death. Goodbye. Like we're finally ending. This is a big moment. We want it to be kind of sentimental in a weird way. They always had that connection to each other. But fuck, dude, I'm glad it's over. We finally ended that shit. I'm not a big fan of the camera show setup. I'll give you that. It's something that just doesn't age well now. But at the time, if we're watching movies, you know, based on when they come out, kind of in that mind frame, not the worst fucking idea to me. The Busta Rhymes shenanigans. Okay, I'll admit, it's pretty fucking stupid. He's throwing roundhouse kicks at Michael. But by the 8th movie in a fucking franchise, I'm welcoming the crazy shit. I'm not expecting it to be, you know, like the first or second one. If this shit happened in the second Halloween, I would hate it just as much as you. But since it happened in the fucking 8th movie, it just adds to the fucking fun for me. I laugh at it and have a good time with it. It really does not bother me. It really doesn't. I just laugh at it and joke about like this motherfucker, and I laugh at it. There's some underrated kills in this one to go along with an underrated Michael Myers, in my opinion. I think Brad Loree actually does a pretty damn good job. One other thing I want to touch on the Michael Myers thing being a joke with Busta Rhymes. I think people look at Busta when he confronts Michael and is like, get back in there. He's talking shit to him like Michael's like got bitched out. No. It was all for a comedic, you know, joke. And guess what? My whole theater laughed. But it's not Michael getting bitched out. It's Michael like, man, fuck this guy. I'll kill his ass later. I'm going to go kill somebody else. Like, it's just a stupid joke. And by the 8th movie, I welcome that. The Myers house looks good here. It really does. And as much as I'm not a fan of the game show format or the Decker character or anything that goes on at that fucking party, for that matter, I do like how the final girl is like getting insight from someone who's not there. She's like getting directed to different spots. It's like as he's typing it, that you know that when he started typing this, Michael's, you know, 10 to 20 seconds more ahead of that. So, like, if it's like he's outside the door, he could be right fucking next to you. I like that aspect of it. Adds a little creepy vibe to me. And then I'm not a big fan of the electrocution death of Myers. I'll give you that one, too. And then the biggest takeaway. This is the only fucking movie for something that I run into the fucking ground where we can finally see Michael Myers not go after his fucking family. I've been preaching this for God knows how long. Can I get a movie where he's not chasing around Laurie, he's not chasing around Jamie, he's not going for his bloodline? Just give Michael what he had in the first one. He's just going after like randoms. Now, of course, they came into his house, so there's an explanation for what he's doing, but it's different. It's something fucking different. It's a breath of fresh air. Halloween Resurrection is not as bad as y'all have labeled it to be. I don't fucking care. I don't care. It's out there. In defense of Halloween Resurrection, you just heard it.
Oh, one last thing. I was thinking in every movie, I was like, what does Michael do the rest of the year? Where is he? Where's he going? What does he do?
He just preps.
And then you find out in Resurrection that he lives in the house in the basement, like a secret thing. Right. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Now that I know that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you want to jump away from the main story and go into the remake territory?
Yeah, let's do this.
About to get controversial again.
The remake, you start off, it's a Rob Zombie movie. You know things are going to get wild and crazy and messed up.
Insane.
Michael, you see, he comes from a crazy home, very hectic, horrible stepdad or boyfriend to the mom. The bully scene. The bullies, again, don't bully people, you're going to get killed by a psychopath.
If you learn anything.
Yeah, I love how Michael just, you know, he's been killing animals, and then he finally takes his first kill on the bully that's talking about his mom and all that.
Hey, Aria.
I really like
Aria.
I really like the bond between Michael Myers and Danny Trejo. I love the bond.
Me too.
I wrote, I love the little bond between Michael Myers and Danny Trejo. And then 10 minutes later, I said, well, I did like the bond. Because God, I did not. Danny Trejo is like the one person in the whole franchise up to this point that I did not want to die.
It sucks.
I was so
See,
heartbroken.
I at first didn't like that, but let me tell you why I think it's necessary. Like, the more I think about it.
I know it was necessary.
That was the moment right after fucking Loomis told him, "I'm done here, Michael,"
Yeah.
and all that. And it's almost like him killing Trejo was a representation that he was just like, I don't care about anybody right now. I'm strictly business. There's nobody left. It could be my mom if she was still alive. Anybody. I'm fucking murdering them.
Yeah, it don't matter.
That's the way I looked at it.
Then,
but it was a sad dude. I like Trejo.
And then young Michael Myers, his mom comes to him at the little hospital thing, and Michael Myers is like, "Is everyone at home okay?"
Yeah.
And his mom should have been like, "No, you fucking killed everybody. Remember?
Can you imagine
brutally
being a
murdered everybody?"
Right? Can you imagine being a parent in that situation? Like, about that, Mikey.
I liked Michael Myers' little cell room with all the masks that he makes.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty dope. And then you get the huge Michael Myers, big 6'8",
Old Tyler
6'9".
Mane, boy.
He's a big dude.
I love him as Michael.
Mm-hmm.
God, is he good.
At the end, Loomis shoots Michael Myers in the empty pool as he was walking towards Laurie. Then Michael Myers rips Laurie out of the car.
I love it.
And throws Laurie, and then he grabs Loomis. You don't know which one he's going to kill first. The ending kind of reminded me of the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. She shoots Michael Myers in the face and then just backs up and just starts screaming hysterically like she finally did it. She finally killed Michael. And I love the ending of that.
Yeah, Scout Taylor Compton's amazing in that. The way she like flails around.
Yeah.
It's so good.
She's a great actress.
Mm-hmm. She's also dope as hell now. She was okay in that movie. If you see her today, you're like, is that the same girl? She is fine as hell. You got to check her out.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
I'll give her a call.
Scout Taylor Compton.
Anybody else on
All right,
No, I have
I'll
nothing
take
to say.
some. So, this Halloween movie, the remake, it definitely has a different vibe.
I'm gonna go get some peach.
Okay. I don't know what you said, but oh, okay. It definitely has a different vibe than the original, and you kind of get that vibe straight from the beginning, like with what you said, Tyler, with the toxic home environment or whatever. And one of the quotes straight from the beginning that made me laugh. The stepdad or whatever.
I know what you're gonna say.
The Rob Zombie's wife called him a crippled or something, and he's like, "I'll crawl over there and skull fuck the shit out of you right now."
Bitch, if you don't think I'm making a mental note of everything you're saying.
Yeah, I liked his character in the movie. Like, he was just ruthless. Like, they have more cuss words in the first, like, 5-10 minute opening scene than all the previous Halloween movies
put together
before this. Yeah, put together. But yeah, I did like the more of the look into Michael Myers' childhood and like his upbringing and kind of
why he may have turned that way.
Like what made him turn around that corner. And then like with the bullies where they're beating him up in the bathroom, the principal comes in. And Michael just looks at the principal and says, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Like, the principal, like, saved you, technically. Like, you're going to get shit beat out of you.
He's just sick and tired of everybody.
Yeah, he just looks... just looked straight at the principal and said, "Fuck you." I liked when Michael killed Ronnie, finally, in that recliner. Like, duct taped him down.
Dude, the kills he does
then
are brutal.
They're very brutal. And then just slit his fucking throat. I wrote down Danny Trejo, all capitals with some exclamation marks.
Yeah.
I was very happy to see him. And then when Michael is confronted with him in the hospital or in the hallway or whatever, there's a party that's like, he's not going to kill him. Like, he's going to let him go. They've got that bond or whatever. And then, like Brandon said, he's strictly business now, so he fucking murders him. And you're like, no. And then one of the scenes we kind of talked about before we started recording, where the guards all rape that girl in Michael Myers' cell. Like, why would they do that?
Don't rape girls.
That's not the version I watch.
And don't do it in Michael's
theatrical
cell.
All the way.
Rape her anywhere else, but not in Michael's cell.
Dude, don't say that. Jesus.
And then you get the cameo. I forgot his name. The dude from Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand.
Sid.
Bill Moseley.
No.
Sid.
Sid.
Who?
He was the graveyard.
Oh, you're talking about Sid Haig. I thought
Yeah.
I was thinking you were talking about Bill. I went to when they were. He was one of the security guards, Bill Mosley. But you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Sid Haig
was just in there for a split second. I like seeing him for a bit. There was the scene where Michael came in with the sheet over his head, which was bringing back from one of the earlier movies, and he was bringing the beer or whatever. And like you said, it's even more noticeable now that he's not your boyfriend because he's 6'8".
Yeah, he might as well be 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
That's like fucking Shaq coming into the room.
You wouldn't notice that. Like,
I'm
come
tall.
on.
Tyler's even taller. Like you would notice even if it was like us. And Josh ain't too small either. That's just ridiculous.
I did like that there was more acting from the kids, Lindsay and Tommy, in the remake than the original. You saw more of the kid acting, which I always like seeing. I'm always impressed with kid actors and actresses, how they're.
I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
I'll do it for the kids, bro.
I wasn't a huge fan of towards the end where Michael tried to make that connection with Lori, where he showed her the picture and then ended up taking his mask off. I felt that made him not a little soft, but you know where I'm kind of going. I wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah, he's a pussy.
And then I think she stabbed him or tried to stab him. And he's like, okay, now you're about to die. And then he was after her. But overall, I really like the Rob Zombie remake.
Yeah, man. One of the few here to say this, I'm sure, in general, when it comes to fans. I love the backstory. Shoot me. It's Not My Michael only applies as a sequel. Like, this is the thing. People get on the backstory. It's like, that's not my Michael. That's not my Michael. But it really does only apply as a sequel to me. If this was a sequel and they did this, this is too much. What is this? It's not Michael Myers. Why is there all this cussing? What is this? It's Rob Zombie's Michael Myers. This is a remake. That works for what it is. It's a remake. If they would have done the exact same Michael Myers, let's do, Nature again. No, this is Nurture. That's good. I actually prefer Nature. Don't get me wrong. I like the just snapped randomly over build up to it thought. But I like the fact that they did that for this. It makes sense in a remake. Y'all lost your damn minds. This is another one I would defend over and over again. I'm actually happy. This is the one thing we can all agree with. There's a lot of shit I'm like, what are y'all talking about in this franchise? Okay, damn good opening. Another unpopular opinion. Y'all ready for it?
Let's hear it.
I like the kid who plays Michael Myers. I think he does a damn good job. I really do. He's good. He is good as Michael Myers.
He brought a creepy vibe.
He did. You could feel
unsettling.
it. You could feel like when he started feeling off. Like when he seemed normal, but you could see that switch flip. Like he was good at that. You want to know how you can tell he's good? Watch the second one, which we probably shouldn't reveal this yet, but the kid in the second one, you could just tell the difference. Not nowhere near.
That bugged me so much.
Nowhere near as good. Okay, brutal as fuck. Again, capitalizing on a re-envisioning of the character. Well done. Make him brutal. Make him 6'8". Michael's not 6'8". It's a fucking remake. It's a remake of the character. I hear so many people go, why are you just going to make the same movie? But then when people fucking take a project, capture a little bit of the essence, and do their own thing with it, it's like, why'd you change so much? You can't win, these fucking remake people. It kills me. Okay, nice touch, bringing Fear the Reaper back. I love that they played that a couple times in the movie. It was great to have that back. And all right, I'm going to just say it. Sherry Moon Zombie, I don't think she's as bad of an actress as y'all say. Don't get me wrong, I don't like her in some roles, I'll be honest. But in this movie, she was good as the mom.
Yeah.
She wasn't good. She didn't stand out, but she was believable, and I did not mind her one bit. You couldn't have put another actress in that role that could have done better. And you'd be like, oh, well, hold on. You're saying, no, I'm not. They didn't call for emotion. There was nothing there. She just had to just be a mom, and she played a mom well. The only time the emotion came in is when she shot herself, and she did a good enough job there. I don't care who else you'd put in this movie. Sherry Moon works in this movie. Okay, I don't care what you say about that one. And Michael, as a kid with Loomis, is great, dude. I love seeing that. The backstory, or just little fucking things. Like, he's like, my favorite color is black, and Loomis going down the fucking color chart. He's actually like, yeah, black is not a color. Like, you start with white, which is all the colors, and you work your way down the color spectrum, and black is actually the absence of color. Little moments like that to see their bond, dude, it helps build it. And Malcolm McDowell is a great fucking Loomis, dude. I couldn't have picked anybody better. I love him as Loomis. Danny Trejo, Same thing with me. I wrote it down. Great in his short stint.
Short
Yeah, like
stint.
his little, like just the way you didn't see him do it all the time, but you know he kept doing that because you saw in the beginning, just like you got to look beyond those walls, Mikey. You got to learn to live up here, and just give him advice. And you know, over the next however many years to make him become that, grow to that behemoth, he was doing the same thing. And he's like, you like this freak? The other guard saying, he's like, man, come on, man. I watched this kid grow up. There was that connection. Love that. Huge Michael is awesome. I like 6'8" Michael. I'm good with it. If he was 6'8" randomly and 5, I'd have been like, this ain't fucking Michael Myers. But again, it's a remake. It's okay to do something different. That's why it's being a remade movie. It's not a sequel. It's a remake. I don't get why people don't get that. It only works when it works for them, it seems like. And then awesome classic rock soundtrack as usual with Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie kills it. Scout as Laurie is different. Not great, but serviceable. You know, not too bad. She shines a lot brighter in the second one. Love that they brought Danielle Harris back. You know, Jamie from part 4 and 5. Yes, dude. Great choice to have her play, what the fuck's her name? I forget her name in the movie. It was great to have her back in it. And then, hello, man. Best Myers mask since the original to me. They really put the fucking mask back on track. This was a great fucking mask. And Brad Dourif is great as the sheriff. Love the cameos all around. If you don't know who Brad Dourif is this guy right here, Chucky. The sheriff is this guy. You can hear it in his voice all fucking day. And then, of course, fan-fucking-tastic ending. Just tense, going around. Crazy. And Loomis, dude. I feel it more with him even in this movie than I do the original Loomis. As much as I love the original Loomis, when you're hearing Loomis go, when Michael's in the pool, he's like, Michael, stop! Michael, stop! Because we saw that background. You can feel it in his voice. Like, he still has love for Michael. Like, he almost, like, raised this guy. And you feel more of that aspect in the beginning. Definitely at least help with that. And I don't know how you can argue that. Halloween remake is not a pile of shit. I think you're wrong on that one. For the majority of people would say Halloween remake is a fan-fucking-tastic remake.
Definitely is. And something I forgot to say, I can't believe I forgot, was the original Michael shot and falls out of that second-story window. This one, he tackles Laurie.
Yeah, I love how he runs.
I like that little switch that they did, which what you said, it's a remake. It's not supposed to be the same thing, but Rob Zombie still kept the essence of coming out of the second
he
story.
did that. But people would be like, but that's not how the last movie ended. And then when somebody else does it like verbatim, same shit, they're like, they should probably do something different if it's a remake. You can't win, dude. You can't. And people just, Halloween's sacred. Don't change anything. This is a good remake. Don't watch it if it's not your style. But don't say it's a piece of shit, because I'm sorry, but I think you're wrong. Gotta say it. Halloween 2, people. Is this one a piece of shit, though? The question looms.
You want Tyler? You want me to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
I like it up, dog.
It picks up right where the first one ends, and the beginning is, high octane, very entertaining. Again, the rednecks, they beat Michael, and then Michael just gets up and brutally puts the mask on and then kills them.
Love that scene.
I was like, is he gonna kill the girl who felt sorry for him? And he did.
I thought he wasn't going to.
I know. And then he killed the dog, and I was like, I'm done. He killed the dog, and I was like, I'm done with this.
That'd be ruining movies for you, though. For real.
Whatever. And then poor Buddy, whenever Laurie's in that little, I don't know, the little shack thing where the security guard, and Buddy's like, let me go get my car. I'll be right back. Here, I'll lock the door.
And that dude, I don't even know his actor name, but you see him in so many movies.
Yeah,
you feel for him.
I was like, come on, please don't kill Buddy. And then boom, they kill Buddy. I'm like, damn it.
Take a little bit to start up. Let me just...
What I didn't enjoy about this movie was the whole visions of the white horse and his mom.
Yes, that's what most people have a problem with.
That was stupid. And then Loomis, they turned him into a real successful jerk.
That's everybody's problem with
I didn't like that. I did enjoy the strip club scene where he just goes in there and fucks everybody up.
Oh my god, dude! Michael, before he starts to lose his mask, I could almost make a debate that he looks the best in this movie. Me and my brother were talking about it. Like when he's got like the mask with the hair and the blood. No, even before the half, like in the beginning hospital scene, and the way they shoot that movie, they take so many low-angled shots, so Tyler Mane actually looks like 8 foot. This movie's got some beautiful shots in it.
And then Annie died, and I was like, she was another main person I did not want to die. I love Annie. I loved her as Jamie. I love her as Annie. And then at the end, they surround the shack and then Loomis goes in, and he tackles Loomis out, and then they all just light Michael up, and Michael gets shot, and Michael dies. Loomis is dead because Michael stabs him, and then Lori gets shot out of nowhere. Why? What was the point of that? There was no shooting for like 20 seconds, and then boom, 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 Lori gets dropped.
They thought she was gonna do something with the knife to kill Loomis, so they had to shoot. I can believe that there's like one, like maybe like half of them are like, do we shoot this? This is the sheriff's daughter. The other person's just like trigger happy already, like she's about to stab Loomis. Boom, 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 and then one shot happens and it's a ripple effect.
Yeah,
and I believe it.
The ending with Lori in the psych ward and she sees the white horse and her mom. I was like, no, this is. I mean, she's psycho, and poor her, you know, going from the first movie to the second one. She was already super traumatized in the second movie, and then the ending happened, so she's going to be even more fucked up. I just felt for her, but then, you know, she is in the psych ward, and the ending, I just did not like the ending.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say about this one.
Yeah, so for me, before I watched this for the first time, going years back, I was curious how Rob Zombie was going to have his wife in it. Being that she killed herself, I was like, well, how's he going to incorporate her? She can't play a different character.
Find a way, doesn't he?
And then that's why the whole like vision with the white horse felt forced to me. That was like the only way he could bring his wife into it.
You gotta take a piss or something, though.
So with that being forced like that is what didn't vibe with me. I didn't like that whole part. Like Tyler said, picked up. Well, actually, before it picks up where the first one left off, you have that short scene with Michael at the prison or whatever as a kid, and he's talking about the vision with the white horse or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that felt forced to lead in. It felt like it was all there so Rob Zombie's wife could be in the movie. And
I agree.
I didn't really buy it that much. Where the guys are. So it picks up where one leaves off, and the guys are transporting Myers' dead body, and the one dude who Rob Zombie likes to have in his movies starts joking about having sex with the dead girl.
Yeah,
and it goes on for
what's his name? Richard Brake.
I
know who it is. I think it's Richard Brake. It's something Brake. Because you put me on the spot, I might have mixed it up.
I like him. He's a good actor.
No,
but
he's good.
He starts talking about fucking dead girls and stuff.
Yeah, I heard about some guys fucking some dead corpses. I never thought about it till tonight. Like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Tell us how you really feel. Carl! that shit still gets me. Because you would be, because you're fresh off a joke. You'd be like, what? Boom!
Yeah,
damn, that seems fun.
Carl! Then, like Tyler had said, that security guard takes the axe to the back outside the little
he's like
hut thing.
Yeah.
There were a couple cameos in here. Bria Grant, who plays Maya in the movie, she is Vince Masuka's daughter, or not daughter, intern in Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? The girl with the short blonde hair in Dexter?
Yeah, that's where I know her from.
Kids.
That's where I know her from.
Immediately when I saw her, I was like, oh, because I think she's pretty hot.
Oh, she's hot as hell. So is a dark-haired chick. It's like, what's up, mother lickers, or something like that. Like, that chick is dope. Yeah,
so there was that cameo.
It's pretty good.
Then Weird Al Yankovic was in it for a minute, and
good old Mike Myers.
Also Chris Hardwick, who's born in Louisville, Kentucky. He's in House of a Thousand Corpses, and he also hosts like The Walking Dead, talk show.
Yeah.
So you've probably seen him somewhere. What else? So you get Michael Myers 6'8". He's got the beard, and he's just like traveling across fields for like half the fucking movie. Which I kind of dig.
Though.
And
I
then,
love
like,
it.
Tyler
Love
said
it.
with those rednecks or whatever, and they like beat the shit out of him with the crowbar. And then the girl's like, "I'm sorry," like, and I thought he was gonna have a little bit of like kindness towards her and maybe let her live. Nope, he's not fucking around. Stabs the shit out of her.
Damn, son.
One scene that kind of stood out to me was when Annie was in her bathroom, I think, and she turned around and just saw Michael Myers, and like the absolute fear that must have overcome her because she survived his first attack. And then boom, you turn around and there's the dude that fucking like almost murdered you. So Annie ends up dying. I did not like the acting from Annie's dad when he found her dead. Like it didn't feel right. It didn't feel believable. I feel like you would have been more
Chucky.
hysterical finding your daughter dead especially after finding her the first time.
Which one did you watch though? You don't know, because the director's cut, he gets really hysterical. He's like, "Oh, Annie."
So it wasn't good, and then, but what I
they
do
cut
like
it in
that they did
you probably saw the
is
theatrical.
they dropped all the noise and they played music over it, so it was like that silent thing, and then you just see him acting. You didn't hear him anymore, but the first 20 seconds of him kind of saying Annie or whatever felt cheesy to me and not believable for me personally. You get Michael Myers and you see his brute strength when he flips that car over.
Yeah.
Just lifts up a car and flips it. And then, at the end of the movie, they're all held up in that cabin. And you see, Loomis runs in there and is talking to Laurie. And she's like, he's holding me down. I can't get up. And then you see, Michael as a kid holding her down. And, his mom. I didn't like all that. And then, of course, as Tyler said, Laurie, when she got shot, because she was about to stab Loomis. I didn't like that either, but overall it's a solid movie. Not good, not great, not bad.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to wait. I'm checking my fantasy right now. Halloween, Rob Zombie, 2009, the second one. I think it was a great creative choice to pick up where the last movie left off. Like these movies do time and time again. The whole opening is amazing. So many amazing shots of Myers, like where he comes out the back of that truck after Richard Brake is like fuck, fuck, fuck after they got in that wreck over and over again. Yeah, I mean, I agree, though. That's what I'd be saying. And you kind of see him come around the car, and there's that fucking, fog behind him. There's some great fucking shots in this movie. After he murders all of them, he takes Octavia Spencer. After she falls over, and falls, and you just has that low shot of him just towering from the side. Good God, is there some shots in this fucking movie, dude. This is a beautifully, beautifully shot film. And those shots, dude, give me some fucking chills now. A lot of people hate the grunting. Not this feller. I love the grunting. Not this feller right here. I love the grunting. He's just getting into it. That shit goes hard in the paint. Again, if this is randomly came out in Halloween 5 or something, I'd be like, what is this? Remake? Do something different with it. He did, and it works, and it's great. I'm indifferent to the white horse shit. I don't like it necessarily, but I don't see it as the travesty some do. I agree it feels kind of forced in, and I don't prefer it, But when I watch it, I'm not like, oh, got the white horse, oh! I'm not. It's just kind of there. It doesn't hurt me like most people do, and most people just fucking hate that about it. That's what ruins it. It's like Michael Myers and some acid trip fever dream. I dig it. It's okay. I don't dig it, but I dig it all around in this aspect. It's okay. Not the worst. Definitely a different Laurie, completely different from Laurie Strode that we've ever seen, but a great one at that. The way she handles her trauma, what she goes through. Scout Taylor Compton gives a great performance as Laurie Strode. Loomis is different.
Definitely.
But he had just been through a tragedy, and he had just came into a bunch of money, and people are like, oh, it's not believable, he's this asshole. I don't buy that. And I tell you why I don't buy that, because the two things that change people more than anything are money and tragedy. So it's not that out of the realm of possibility that if he got a big head because of money and after he'd been through something horrible with Michael, that this version of Loomis would go off the rails. And you guess what? He kind of makes up for it at the end. It would have been terrible if he didn't make up for it, but at the end, he's like, I owe you this, sheriff, and he runs in there. I think that all the more makes up for Loomis, in my opinion. I don't get the hate on that, given... I think people are underselling what tragedy and money can do to somebody. Makes sense for this Loomis to me. The kid playing Michael Myers, as I said, is clearly a step down. I did not like him at all. And this, I don't...
Two steps down.
People talk about 2018. It's like, did you even watch the Rob Zombie movies? Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, bar none, even over the first one, has easily the most brutal Myers. It's not even fucking close. The way he's fucking tearing people to shreds in that fucking movie, stomping in their head repeatedly. What he did to Octavia Spencer, where he's like, "Rugh," in the hospital, that was like the definition, I hate to say it, but it's fictional, of like owning somebody. Like he just fucking owned that chick. Like just fucking bam, bam, bam. Like it was like good fucking, you hear bones crunching as he's stabbing in. Insane. The fuck, dude, he kicks dude's arm, breaks, the guy's like, ah! In the strip club, that cracks me up every time because I'm like, that is the exact reaction I would have. And then the chick, dude, he's just like, bang, bang into the glass. That scene is fucking wicked. Good Lord, is Michael fucking brutal in this movie. Nothing compares. I don't know if any killer compares to what Michael does in this movie. I don't think there is one because he goes over the top and then some with it, and I love it. The shots of him passing through vast open fields, like you were talking about, are fucking awesome. It's like normally we just see Michael fucking just show up, but this is just him, like just 6'8", just walking menacing through a field. Like he doesn't have a GPS, he doesn't have anything. It's like there's just something calling him to like glory. Like he's just like, I'm cutting through. I'm gonna walk for 3 weeks straight, but I'm on my way,
I'm gonna
bitch.
get there.
I'm on my way. I fucking love that. You imagine being a kid back in the day when you just went into like random fields or like woods and you just ran across, like you'd immediately be like, we should probably turn around. Like I'd be scared. Like he's just intimidating, bro. And then it's very sad losing Annie in that way, but damn it, dude, it gave it an emotional punch that just elevated the movie for me. It made it more sad. It made me feel more for the movie. I think it was a great choice, and it was hard losing her, but that's what made it so great. It made me feel something for it. And then I'm not a big fan of Michael talking at the end. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't like it. But the end in general, it was okay for me. I know Rob Zombie, I think, recently explained, I don't have it on me right now, that actually, like, everybody did, in fact, die. She wasn't at the mental institute. It was, like, what she saw in her head, and that was her going to be with her mother in another place at that point. But I think that's kind of whereabouts where he explained it, and I'm going to trust him because he made the fucking movie. But I had never looked at it that way. I thought she was just insane in a mental institution, but... Overall, Halloween 2, dude, it's another banger for me. Not probably an appreciated opinion, but that's my opinion nonetheless. And damn it, man, I'm glad you stuck with us on this journey. We're finally on to the last movie.
Good God, 2 hours later.
I know, dude. There's a lot of movies in these franchises. They're going to be loaded shows. It's just how it's going to have to be, unless we give quick takes. But people want to hear the explanations and what have you. Halloween 2018, the most recent one, and the most frustrating, lovable movie I've ever fucking watched. You want it?
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I like the beginning, the podcasters, radio people.
We respect podcasters around here.
Going to interview, they want to get close to Michael, and they bring out the mask, and then the other people in the mental hospital start, waking up and getting, like, there's some type of spirit, or they sense the mask on with Michael. Again, the transport bus, it crashes, and then that kid and his father, who are going hunting or something, sees that, and the poor kid the kid shoots Loomis, and Michael Myers escapes. Again, there's another bathroom scene with the podcast people, and he kills them. And then the scene where he goes to the podcast people's car and opens the trunk and takes the mask and puts it on and slams the trunk, and you see him. I was like, dude, that's a great scene. the whole babysitting scene with that little black kid, that's just great. That kid was pure comedy. It was perfect.
I have a problem with it though. I think the comedy kind of got in the way of the tension. It's like right when you were like, I'm clipping my motherfucking nails, bro, and they'd be like, and you're like, oh shit, and you just run like.
I liked it.
I like it. I just think it was ill placed.
And then they go to that little Halloween at their Halloween party at the school, and the boyfriend cheats on his girlfriend like immediately, and then is a complete dick about it. And then the friend tries to make a move on her after it happened. I was like, that's not bro code, dude. You can't do that.
But she was giving him signals.
Yeah. And then he dies. The kid that made a move. I like the scene where he's in that dude's backyard with them big bright lights on him.
The motion sensors.
And then Michael's there, and he's like, man, I'm sorry. I'm just going to get out of here and stuff. And Michael kills him in the fence. He slides down the fence. It goes through his mouth. I was like, man, that's a cool kill. And then you see that Lori tells the cops that she prayed every night that Michael would escape. And the cops like, that was a really dumb thing to pray for. And then on this one, Loomis does like a complete 180. And all the other ones, Loomis wants to kill Michael and get him away from people. But now he's trying to save Michael. He shoots the cop because the cop was going to kill Michael, and he shoots the cop. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And then the back seat of the cop car with Michael and I forgot her name.
I'm talking about Sartain.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that wasn't Loomis. That was Loomis's student.
Oh yeah, Loomis was okay.
Yeah,
because this is 40 years after.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just keep calling him Loomis.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Well,
so you call Leatherface.
Well, still,
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's
I don't get why he killed the cop instead of Michael Myers.
He explained it. He's like, I wanted to know what it feels like. You ever think about it's stupid. It's a terrible twist in the movie.
But the back seat with Michael Myers in the back seat with that girl, I was like, oh, that's terrifying. And then Michael comes awake.
Oh my God, you can't get out. You're just like, please don't murder me.
And then the secret basement at Lori's house. She is prepared. She's been preparing for this. She's got the big, bright spotlights on her house, all the guns, and she's just ready for a fight. And that I really like Lori in this one. You know, she's still messed up, but she's ready to finally end this. And then they trap Michael in the basement. They light the house on fire. And you're like, finally, like, there's no way Michael can survive this.
He definitely will.
Yeah. Definitely. And then you see, for the next Michael Myers movie, the next Halloween movie, that you see the fire trucks going to the house, and they're like, no, freaking out. So I guess that's how he's going to escape. But I was like, after watching that, I was like, Michael's finally dead. He's trapped in the basement. It's on fire. The whole house is going to come down on him. He's going to burn. It's a great ending. I enjoyed this movie a lot.
I hate the ending, but I'll get to that in a second. You want to go?
Yeah, so this movie has so many highs, but also so many lows. Like, it's so inconsistent. If they do a couple things different, I think it's one of the better Halloween movies, but these things just drag the movie down to me personally. I do like how the movie is coming out 40 years after, and also in the timeline of the movie, it's 40 years after. I like how they did that.
Sequel to the original.
Yeah, and when the movie starts, you see the dude who you think is Dr. Loomis, and then you realize it's his student or whatever, Sartain.
Yeah,
so
understudy or whatever.
They introduce that. The whole scene in that courtyard where the journalists are meeting with Michael or whatever, and it turns out they have the mask, which...
Yeah, they got it from the attorney general.
Yeah,
what they
why
said.
they
like the people with evidence. Like, you need this for a podcast?
Yeah, here you go.
There you go, dog. Don't worry about it.
That was so stupid to me.
It's no problem.
How they would be able to have that mask. And then they bring it out, and, like, Michael pretty much stays calm, but all the other inmates start, like, freaking out.
Like, acting mentally retarded, for sure.
I loved Jamie Lee Curtis back as Laurie Strode. The one scene I did like was when Allison was in class and she looks out the window and sees her grandma, Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, because it was that flip of when she looked out the window and saw Michael standing there. So I like that.
I don't know how many callbacks y'all noticed, because like I'm a diehard fan of this franchise, and the callbacks in this movie, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
Are actually
you probably caught way more.
they're actually a negative to me.
Are they?
Yes,
Okay.
and I'll explain why in a bit.
You then find out that Laurie has become a complete badass. You see that scene with the guns where she's shooting guns, getting headshots and chest shots, and she has all the guns. She's taking them apart, cleaning them, and like you see, she's prepared. And that scene really reminded me of Carol from The Walking Dead.
I get that vibe too. I swear, I feel like she reminded me of somebody other than what everybody says, like Sarah Connor, but like from Terminator. But now that you said it, I was like, that's probably the other girl I was thinking about.
And it's like, one, she kind of looks like her with the shorter hair and everything, and but the character arc, because they both started out as like not being able to protect themselves, like feminine females, and then they transform into like the last person or the most prepared person to fuck you up. But yeah, that I got Carol vibes from that scene. The bus crashes with transporting Michael and all the inmates, which was stupid to me, because why would you be transporting a mass serial killer with all the low-level criminals? Like, Michael would have his own fucking bus. They'd have cops all behind it. Like,
I can go a step further. Why do you transport him on Halloween night, knowing he kills on Halloween night on top of that?
That I didn't like that whole thing. And then Sartain pops out and that kid shoots him, and then just darts off.
He's like, "Don't shoot!"
He's like, "Fuck!"
And he just runs off.
He immediately says, "Don't shoot," and before he can even finish the T word, because he like pops out, "Don't shoot!" And before the T comes out on the shoot, he's shot. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then you see Dr. Sartain kill Officer Hawkins,
That
like
was
Tyler
disappointing.
said.
I hated that.
That was
Me too.
stupid to me, but then he like put the mask on, and I was like, "Oh shit, is he about to be Michael Myers now?"
That's what a lot of people
is he
thought.
taking over? And I think that would have been a better way to go than the way that they did.
Not for me, dude. I would have been like, that's what I was
would have
scared
been a
of.
twist, though. Like, you wouldn't have been expecting that.
No,
That would have made so many people so mad.
I was,
would've,
I was fucking livid when I saw that, because I was like, because I literally in my mind, somebody saw like that advanced screening or whatever, and they're like, "There's a twist in it that you'll hate." And then when that happened, and then he rose up like above the hood, I was like, "Are you? This better not be the twist." It's Sartain gonna kill people the rest of the movie. It's gonna be Michael Sartain. The rest of the way, oh my god, I was scared for my life in that moment. I was like, it's just gonna end.
But then you see Michael kill Dr. Sartain with that foot stomp to his fucking skull.
yeah, which is a callback to what? Rob Zombie Halloween 2. But I actually like the brutal smash over and over again, over just like head evaporates in blood.
Then getting to like the final scene in the house with Laurie and Michael and them going back and forth. Michael throws Laurie out of the second story window and then goes to look, and she's disappeared, just like
Another
Michael did. And then with the whole bunker scene, that was kind of the twist where she says the bunker wasn't a cage, it was a trap. Like, they were luring him there to trap him in there. But then, like, didn't they set him on fire in another movie? Like, he's not dead. That's not going to kill him. Like, he's coming back.
But here's the thing: is part 2 doesn't no longer exist in this universe.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
know.
direct sequel.
I'm just saying.
But us as a viewer, we've seen it
as a
before.
viewer, like, he's been on fire before. Like,
but for them as the characters, it makes sense that
yeah.
they've never done that yet.
but yeah, solid movie. Definitely better than a lot of the other ones. A lot of highs, a lot of lows, like I said.
Good Lord, those lows.
Yeah.
I don't even shop there anymore. Home Depot, bro. Yeah, it was interesting to see Sartain as an understudy to Loomis. Great opening credit scene. I love how they had the pumpkin like inflating, like it was coming back to life. That was a great touch. I'm not the biggest fan of Laurie in this movie at all. Don't get me wrong. She is good in this movie. She acts well, but I don't buy it. I don't believe that Lori became this like Rambo version of who she was in the first one. I don't buy it. The version I buy is H2O, where she's this person later. She's scared. She's drinking. She's trying to avoid this. She's like freaking out about her life, but eventually she's pushed, and we see that work live on screen to where she has to become this person to end it all. I don't buy like, oh, Lori 50 years later, after one night where she almost got murdered, where she's just fucking a marksman and all that, and she's a complete badass. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like the Laurie Strode that I saw. Like, I don't imagine her turning into that. I don't buy it. Great acting, but the whole time I'm like, is this really Laurie Strode? It kind of takes me out of the movie. Music is on fucking point. They got back on track with that. Had John Carpenter a part of this again, which is great, you know, with his son and somebody else. I can't remember who. Maybe his son's friend, or maybe somebody else that's related to him. Been a while since I heard that fact. The Loomis impersonator was on point. Probably a little bit better than the one at H2O, but with the new part of the score that was playing, it kind of gave me chills hearing him talk over everything. The mask looks great. Potentially maybe the best one since the original. They are fucking on point with the mask now. They're getting consecutive with it. So hats off to them. Shouldn't be that hard, but apparently it was. We saw how that debacle happened. I can't even lie though. I do love the track and shot scene where he's going from house to house. That was the big deal with this one, is Michael's back to being motiveless, and you see him. You know, they have the L Rod's back, another fucking callback, and we'll get into that. But he's just going from house to house. He's like, ooh, look at this. Bam. All right, what's next? Over here? No. Oh, this person looks killable. I'm gonna go through the back. Stab. Okay. Where are you at? Is that a baby? It's just like, wow. He's just fucking going around murdering people, and he's blending in with his mask. That's the type of shit I love, and that's what I was really hoping to get from this. Damn it, man. But we'll get to that. Didn't exactly happen. I can't even lie. There's too many callbacks to me, man. There's just too many. It's cool to have one or two, but if you're going to erase the entire franchise, stop reminding us about it. Yeah, like one or two's fine, but this whole movie is like, it's almost to the point there's so many callbacks, it's void of originality. Is every single scene you're like, oh, H2O? Oh yeah, Resurrection. Oh, remember in 4? Oh yeah, what about 2? Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, the bathroom scene, that was like H2O, wasn't it? Yeah, it's kind of like that. Oh yeah, it's like, dude, I don't want to do that the whole movie. I want to do that like once or twice, like good one. But I'm worn at a certain point. I heard a lot of people talk about this, and it didn't bother me as much at first. It was kind of cool, but as far as rewatchability goes, it's just like, dude, we're just running this into the ground. Are we getting rid of this or not? Like, let's get rid of these movies. That's what we said we were gonna do. You don't have to do a callback every fucking 5 seconds. A lot of scenes feel like they don't reach their full potential, unfortunately. There's a lot of scenes where I feel my fucking anxieties accelerating, and they just nip it in the bud. And I'm like, really? You're going to stop it there? A big one is when he kills that one kid on the fence, and that music kicks in, that down, and it's that dun, like that new part of the score, and it sounds amazing, and Allison's running away, and then as soon as you're like, oh, where's this going to go? It's just gone. It's like, dude, milk that a little bit. Have the score plan. Have him chasing her. Why are you cutting us short of that? And there's a lot of moments like that in this movie that also holds it back for me. A lot of scenes feel like they don't reach their full potential in general, unfortunately. James Jude Courtney is a great Myers. The closest to the original. Maybe not on great value because I'm a huge fan of Tyler Mane, but as far as nailing down that original Michael, I think James Jude Courtney does the best. The Sartain twist, y'all kind of talked about it. It's crap, dude. It's just, I mean, he's a good character, and he outs a great character that I would have liked to have stuck around for a while. And if you're gonna have him die, at least have it at the hands of Michael. Like, that bothers me. And I think you see a little bit too much of Michael without the mask. And now I'm a fan of Halloween 2. And you see him without the mask, plenty in that. So you'd be like, what, Brandon? You like Halloween 2? Yeah, but that's a part of the remake. I separate it from the original story. As far as going with a movie that was the original of Michael and then going to this, I feel like I'm seeing him too much. Going off of this is the original Michael. It's just, I see a little bit too much of him. It kind of, I wanted Michael to be human to a degree, but not that human. It kind of humanizes him too much. Allison admittedly kind of grows on me as the movie goes along. I'll give her that. Michael punching through the door and lifting Lori up gives me chills every time I watch it. She takes that shotgun and blows his fingers off, and there's that terrific shot that's low. You gotta love those low shots. Makes him look bigger in life. And he's sitting there with his fingers fucking blown off, bleeding. That is one of my favorite shots of the franchise now. And I'm not a big fan of the daughter in the movie. I forget the actress name.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her.
She's not great at all, but she is great in this moment. The moment she's like, I can't do it, Mom.
Yes.
I just can't. And Michael pops up and she's just like, gotcha. Boom. Like, that was fucking sick. I love that. That scene gives me chills every time. I'm like, got his ass. And then last but not least, really, they completely botched the fuck out of this ending. And here's why. I said this the night I left the theater, and a lot of people have kind of echoed this sentiment, but this was most definitely not a recycled thought. This is a natural thought. Everybody left it like, that's pretty damn good, right? And I'm like, no, there's some things that make me mad. Jamie Lee fucking Curtis, dude. You bring her back. That already is alarming because we're like, hold on, we're getting rid of the sister storyline. Why are we bringing her back? Like, no, it's okay. She's coming back not as the sister. Okay, so the whole point of this was to eliminate motive. But here's the thing. If you let Jamie Lee Curtis survive this fucking movie, he's literally got the same obstacles with the same fucking motive. We've been following around the whole time, except there's no sister label. So what is the fucking point at the end of the day? If you're going to get rid of her as a sister, and the whole point is to get rid of the motive, why are you going to keep bringing her back? I'm done watching this, dude. This ship has sailed. I'm good with it being back for one more movie. And the worst part about it is you had the best opportunity to kill her and the best way literally the best way possible. Just paint you a picture. Imagine her being at the end there and her coming up the stairs before they trapped him. There's something wrong, and she's got to be like, just get out of here. And obviously she can't tackle Michael, but Michael on some steps, she just throws her body into him. They fall to the bottom of the fucking steps. They're like, Mom, no, and it's adding that emotional punch. She's going down with the monster, and you finally eliminate Jamie Lee Curtis, and you bring her back for that one last respectful hurrah. And then you get Michael with the clean slate, motiveless Michael that we've been wanting since the original, and you said you're bringing back, and you are technically because it's not his sister, but at the end of the day, what is he still? Because you didn't have the fucking balls to kill her off and a perfect opportunity to. He still has motive. He's gonna fucking chase around Jamie, and the big payoff is like, oh, well, at least it's not the sister anymore. Well, guess what? It might as well be. They fucking botched this ending, and it's so fucking frustrating. And it's even more botched because they had the fucking golden ticket, dude. It was like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This is the perfect way to send Jamie out, and you didn't do it. And it wasn't because it didn't make sense. It was because, oh, this is the money getter, and that's what bothers me the fuck out about this movie. And it eats me alive every time I watch it. You could have made one of the greatest fucking Halloweens. And we kind of could have finally had motiveless Michael, and we didn't get it. Hurts me, dude.
Ready for some rankings?
After all this time, yes. And you know what? We'll just run this down real quick. We'll do Robbie Dustman's rankings first. Seems like yesterday. That's how long we've been recording. Okay, his number one. Let's get controversial.
Go from
11.
worst to first.
You're exactly
11
right,
first.
dude. You're exactly right. Good catch.
Yeah.
That's
Robbie's
my
on your mind.
motive too, dude. Well, maybe it's because I was so ready just to get his out of the way and didn't care. Okay, number 11, Halloween 3. He has at a 3.0 out of 10.
Crazy.
He is one of those people that hasn't seen the light, apparently. Number 10, this will piss some people off. Halloween 4. Is that what that is? I didn't write 4 down. Okay, I fucked up. Yeah, Halloween 4 is a 4.0 out of 10. He's not a big fan either. Number 9, Halloween 5 is a 5.0 out of 10. That's weird how I didn't write the number with it.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's confusing the fuck out of me here.
They all got Halloween in it.
Yeah, right. Number 8 is Halloween H2O, 5.5 out of 10. So he's only got 2 bad movies in here. 7, Halloween Resurrection. At least you gave me something here, Rodney. 5.5 out of 10. Number 6, Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, a 6.0 out of 10. That movie, anywhere near good, I do not get it. 5, Halloween 2018, 7.0 out of 10. Number 4, he has Halloween 2, 1981 as a 7.5 out of 10. Number 3, he has Halloween 2007, the Rob Zombie remake, at an 8.0 out of 10. Number 2, he has the original Halloween. Somebody gave it some love, though. I will give him that. From 1978, an 8.5 out of 10. And number 1, he actually has Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie remake version of Halloween 2, is an 8.5 out of 10. And I'm happy with that ranking, although I would definitely rank the original above it. But damn, I ain't even mad at it. I adore that movie. Y'all want to jump in on y'all's rankings?
Yeah, I'll go.
Circle back to mine.
From worst to first, Halloween Resurrection, terrible. Gave it a 3.5. Number 10, Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, gave it a 4.0.
Uh-oh, moving up.
What was that? 10, 11. Number 9, Halloween 2 remake with Rob Zombie, gave it a 5.0.
Oh, damn. Just barely hit average.
Yeah. Number 7, Halloween 5, Revenge of Michael Myers, also gave it a 5.0. I didn't have these numbered. I guess after that, Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, gave it a 5.5. After that, I got Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, gave it a 6.0. Then the original Halloween also gave it a 6.0. And then above that, we got Halloween H2O, also a 6.0.
Man, they're all 6s. 666, bro.
Then
Jesus.
Halloween 2 as my number 3. I gave it a 6.5. Number 2 is the Halloween Rob Zombie remake. I gave it a 7. And number 1, Halloween 2018. I gave it a 7.
Wow.
That's a
7.0 is your highest?
Yeah.
I'm not too far
That's
off.
kind of how he was with chainsaws. Good Lord.
So I guess I'll go next.
I'll definitely have higher ratings.
I think there's a clear best movie and a clear worst movie in this franchise. A lot of the middle ground for me is very close. My 3 all the way down to my 8, it's like 1 point off. Like they can be interchanged, I think, pretty easily. But starting at 11, I got Resurrection at a 4.0. I think that's the worst movie. Then coming in at 10, my 9 and 10 actually have the same rating. 10, I have Revenge at a 4.5, and 9, I have Curse at a 4.5. Only reason I have Curse ahead is because of Paul Rudd. Like, that's the only reason.
Great
then coming in at 8 is Return of Michael Myers. I gave that a 5.0. Then 7 is 2018, Halloween. I gave that a 6. That movie, like you said, Brandon, could have been great. Could have been way higher up on this list for me, but they just missed on a lot of key things. So it gets a 6.0. Then number 6 is H2O. That gets a 6.5. Number 5 is Rob Zombie 2. That got a 6.5. And again, there was a couple things in that movie that could have made that movie a lot better to me and shot it up the list, but it gets a 6.5. Number 4, and this is going to probably shock some people, is the original Halloween, the OG. It's got a 6.5 as well. Coming in at number 3 is number 2 at a 6.5. And then coming in at number 2 is Halloween 3 with a 7.0.
Love that.
I really like
I just like seeing Halloween 3 get its due.
And then number 1, the Rob Zombie remake, the first one, I gave it an 8.0.
Nice. All right, so I guess that leaves me. At number 11 is the shit pal Halloween 6 that a bunch of people seem to love for some reason. My condolences. I'm not a fan of this movie myself. 3.0 out of 10. Number 10, the movie that precedes, or whatever the fuck, no, whatever. The movie before Halloween 6. Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I got tongue-tied in my mind. Halloween 5 is a 4.0 out of 10. This focuses on the Michael's controlled by Man in Black. There's a reason they're at the bottom. I just can't vibe out with those movies at all. Number 9 is Halloween 4 at a 6.5 out of 10. We get into the first good movie. There's no average movies in here. To me, there's 2 bad ones, and we jump into the good. Halloween 4 is a 6.5 out of 10. Not bad at all. There's just little things that hold it back for me, and probably unfairly, but when I think about 5 and 6, I lump 4 in just because of who's in it. The Jamie character, I think about them as a package deal, and that probably even lowers it down a little bit too, even though it's not the fault of the movie. 8, Halloween Resurrection. I know I praised it like it was great, but I was just trying to put some points out there. It's still not that great of a movie, but I got it a 6.5 out of 10. It's entertaining for what it is. Number 7, I have number 7, Halloween H2O. This is a really good movie. We're starting to get into the actual movies that I really, really enjoy watching whenever, and that is number 7, Halloween H2O, 7.0 out of 10. Easily the best Laurie.
7.
Yeah, easily the best Laurie to me. Number 6, we have the last of the good movies, and that's Halloween 2018. There's a lot of things in this movie that make me want to say it's great, but those negatives are so bad to me that it holds it back. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. And then from here on out, dude, the top 5 Halloween movies are all fucking amazing to me. Number 5, Halloween 3, give it an 8.5 out of 10. People really need to go back and rewatch that movie and give it its fucking due, like I was just saying. Number 4 is the movie I said was my favorite Halloween movie growing up. That'd be Halloween 2, 1981. I also give that an 8.5 out of 10. That's a coin flip between 3 and 2 for me. And then number 3 is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 from 2009. This is a 9.0 out of 10. I adore this movie. I love the brutal fucking Myers. I love the acid trip feeling of it. I love everything about this movie, honestly. The only thing I actually would say that I don't like necessarily is the white horse thing, but it doesn't bother me near as much as other people. Then number 2 is the Halloween remake. Fuck, I've defended this movie over and over again. I adore it as well. It's just a step up from Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I should say, at a 9.5 out of 10. And then number 1, the Mac Daddy, giving it the love that it definitely deserves, Halloween 1978. It's also a 9.5 out of 10. This and the remake are like a coin flip to me. They're all-time favorites of mine. But what separates it a little bit is I prefer the motiveless Michael storyline just a little bit more. But damn it if I don't like Rob Zombie and Tyler Mane running shit in my number 2 pick. But Halloween 1978, number 1 for me, guys. And
Good God.
what is
2.5 hours.
what is everybody's overall ratings? Though?
My overall rating is a 6.0 for this.
I give it a 6.0 as well.
Okay, Rodney gave it a 7.0, and I gave it a 9.0 out of
Fucking
10.
ratings whore.
I love Halloween. We just keep talking about my favorite franchises. It's just kind of what's happened.
And it's not going to stop, is it?
No, it will. We get to I guess, well, we won't really have a franchise with the Avengers and all that shit. But yeah, and then the overall box office banner Halloween rating is a 7.0 out of 10. So a little better than Texas Chainsaw Massacres, and I think that's really fair.
I like Texas Chainsaw better.
Oh, Lord almighty.
It was tough.
Oh, my kid banana. I don't get it. All right, guys. So we got anything else to touch on this long-ass
No,
episode?
we're done
of
with Halloween. Enjoy.
No more Halloween, guys. Okay, so if we decided on flip-flopping that around, we're doing Child's Play next. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to do the Child's Play franchise next. So coming right at you is some Chucky love up there. And, of course, I can't fucking wait. Love all these franchises, man. Even the bad ones, I'm going to watch them because I just have fun with them. I just do. Anybody else got anything to add on this one?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nothing? Check
Yeah.
out Box Office Banner.
Yeah,
on
go to
Instagram
Box
and all
Office
that.
Banner on YouTube, like my Mimi says. And,
Mimi?
Listen
subscribe.
Not Long's Martial Arts, Mimi.
And then
Mimi.
on Instagram, Box Office Banner with the underscore in between each word. I post clips there of each podcast and a link when the podcast comes out. You can watch it there.
No, we're forgetting to do, though?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Movie of the week, dog.
All right, my
2.5
movie of the
hours
week.
in.
I know. I forgot all about it.
My movie of the week is Disturbia. If you've seen Summer of 1984, it's basically the same thing. This is a great movie. I can't decide which one's better, Summer of
Disturbia.
1984 or Disturbia.
No,
Shia
Nightmare of
LaBeouf
'84.
is just great.
That's when Nightmare came out.
He's on house arrest, and he thinks a murderer is living next door to him, and they try to solve the case. And you know, it's a great thriller and a great ride. It's a fun movie too. I really enjoy it.
Street Trash.
Complete trash.
That's right. Yeah, this is a fucked up movie, dude. Basically, these fucking bums are drinking this liquor from the liquor store, and they get rot gut, and they start just like dissolving and fucking shit like that. It is out there. It is crazy, and it is a fun 80s horror flick. And if you like wild, stupid shit from your 80s horror movies, check it out. It's definitely recommended.
My movie of the week is another Michael Myers movie, but a completely different pace. I got Love Guru. Michael Myers, Jessica Alba, Justin Timberlake. Literally what the title says, Love Guru. Michael Myers is a love guru and trying to put two people, make them fall back in love. Funny movie. A lot of jokes that kind of go over people's heads, I think. They don't catch everything in it. But I think it's a funny movie.
It's a funny,
You like how
funny movie,
It is.
dude.
You
To
like
quote
how I
Adam
tied
DeVamp.
I tied the Michael Myers
Oh,
into
yeah.
it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I think we're done here.
Yeah. Other than that, though, be tuned in for Child's Play, and make sure you come back to support Box Office Banter. And, of
We love
course,
you.
keep that banter going. We love you guys, and it is always a pleasure. If you could hit that stop record button, Josh, thank you all. Box Office Banter. Bye-bye.